Hello and welcome back to the world of Anima Beyond Fantasy. Last time on our adventure, our intrepid adventurers delved into a
Zombie pit.
cave full of zombies. This cave.
It was a tunnel.
It was a tunnel, and a tunnel is similar to a cave.
It's not a tunnel.
Oh, it's not a tunnel. Well, it was, and then it opened up into a room full of zombies. And here was the scene we left off on.
Yep.
Many zombies dead, a few still walking around.
Okay. Whose initiative were we on?
I believe we had just managed to tie off initiative.
Okay. New turn.
Yep, new turn.
Alright, let's do this.
We'll jump right into the tail end of this battle. It ought to be noted that our friend James, player of Ban, is not with us at the moment. Hopefully he will join us soon. I didn't target him.
It's been 2 weeks. I already forgot. Okay,
Forgot
wait,
what?
hang on.
Anima.
How to play Anima.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if the modifier is still in effect, though.
What modifier?
Didn't you give me an initiative modifier
Yes,
before?
it's still in effect. It's it's kind of a permanent sort of thing.
Okay, that was just a straight roll. What's the modifier?
I think I give you plus 40. Just give me 1 second to check that.
Well, if it's plus 40, then 231 should be my initiative.
It says here I'm giving you a plus 40, and I'm giving. Wait, why? No, it's not both on Omen. It's one of them is on Omen, and the other one is on Genus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has... Well, where's Genus?
I
there it
believe
is,
I was standing
191.
on the table. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you are at 231.
Yeah.
Alright, we got them, we got Jorl, there was Omen.
Well, it's time to get murdered by that giant claw monster, the Slayer.
We will see, he has giant claws.
Yes, he does.
Let's see, Jorl's on here, but there is Omen.
Gosh.
Alright, and I do believe this is our current initiative order, so Genus, you're first.
1 sec. I'm uploading something.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
I shall wait.
Okie dokie. Now, what am I supposed to do?
It sort of depends on what you want to do. I mean, the 2 zombies near you have died. There's a couple more zombies biting at your heels.
Somehow the fireball stops right right before hitting you, but covered most of the rest of the room.
Yes, that was
Ooh, do a circle.
That's fight.
Now, how do I get rid of it?
You can't. It's going to be with you forever.
Fucking circle.
I can't either because I can only click the zombies right now. Wait, there we go. Aha, you're trapped.
How do I get rid of the circle thingy? Oh, there it is. Anyway, this one is basically handled by these people. So
Yeah, that one is trying to bite Jor right now.
okay, not my problem. So
These 2, however,
I'll try and stab this one.
stabbing that one. All right.
You can aim your attack for to get a good chance to like get a critical. since
Well,
your
yeah,
weapon is
Also,
precise.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna stab it in the head.
there's also the option of an area attack, which was very effective last time.
Yes. You could even combine the both of them and do an area head attack.
You could
Nah.
do that, yeah, because the negatives you
Nah.
get are really small.
Nah.
Aw.
I only got so many uses per day. I'm not. I already used one, so. So I'm just gonna stab this guy in the head.
Don't forget to use your fatigue points.
Fatigue points.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you got all those fatigue points.
You have a bunch of extra ones. You can use 2 per turn when your roll pops up, and if you use 2 on an attack, it gives you a plus 30 to your attack, which would compensate for the penalty of aiming at the head.
And I started to throw all this stuff at you. However, the area attack effect of your dagger is not limited by a certain amount of uses per day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then I'm gonna use the area attack head attack daggery thingy that the one guy said to do.
Okay.
Yeah. How many fatigue points do I have? Because like my base is 5, but I got some 10th
Fif-
ones, right?
Yeah,
What?
you have a bonus of 10, so you have a total of 15. But
Sweet.
you have to keep track of how much you have, of how much you currently have. I think I might have recharged it for you recently.
Well, yeah, because it's been 2 weeks, and fuck if I remember. So.
You should be keeping track of like the current value.
It's not. If you double click your icon, there's a little green block above your head, and that is actually your fatigue point. So you can lower that or raise that if that makes it easier for you.
Sacrilege!
Well-
Green is the life points. Red is
well,
the fatigue.
No.
These life points?
I play
No, red is-
Skyrim way.
no, red is heart, green is stamina, and blue is magic. That's how it's always been.
You're all heretics.
Eh.
I don't think so. I
Elder
think you're outnumbered on this one.
Scrolls.
Anyways, I just modified it from my page kind of thing, so it's at 15 because there was 0 in the temp area. So
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that.
yeah.
This was good.
All right, whatever. So how many fatigue points do I use for the thingy?
Well-
You can use a maximum of 2 per turn.
She actually has use of necessary energy.
She does?
Yes, she does.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I need it for running.
You can use a maximum of 5 then for plus 75 to your attack.
Yeah, but I already weakened them. I don't want to use 5.
That's true.
I mean,
but you
they're
should
probably already
recover
dead.
it.
Yeah.
They're mostly dead, but you do recover that every time Gabriel. No. Iterate
Yes,
looks at you. It
Gabriel.
is Gabriel. Darn it.
Yes.
I keep mixing them up.
Yeah, I'll just use 3. So
That's still good. Plus 45.
Okay.
That'll mostly get rid of your negative.
Um,
50 total.
when you click on attack and it pops up fatigue, you should only put 3 for spent fatigue, not 45.
what?
Okay. Click on the attack roll, and there's going to be a window that pops up.
Yeah, but no, and like in my character sheet, I have a temp of 30 for attack for some reason. I don't know where that came from.
Temporary value of 30. Oh yeah, it's you're doing a full attack because you're shielded.
yeah.
You're because I gave you a shield. You can go full attack and not care about your safety and not defend, and that gives you a bonus to your attack.
What? My internet crapped out, so I
Alright.
caught the tail end of that.
I basically I'm shielding your character. That's why you didn't get hit by the fireball because I have a magical shield on you,
Shield.
and so you can opt.
Yeah, but I still don't.
Hmm?
I still don't know where the temp 30 for my attack came from, though.
That's the bonus that you get for going full attack. If you decide I'm not going to defend at all, I'm gonna let the shield do the defending, then you can choose every turn to get a plus 30 to all of your attacks.
Okay, then someone remind me to like get rid of it after the shield skin, so I don't full attack every time. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
Okay, so-
I'm gonna keep the shield on you forever.
Oh. Forever shielded. That's gonna feel weird.
So even with all that, I only got I put a 3 in the fatigue, 0 in the modifiers because I figured the 30 is already modified. So I just got a 195 to attack the one zombie.
All right.
Well,
and
to
that
do a
is
full out attacky thingy.
Okay. And that is negative 50 for all the modifiers, but that's still 145.
Okay.
And let me give you a real quick damage estimate here. Okay, you can hit that many. You're hitting them all on the head. And your base damage for this, it's still dark, so you have very small base damage, but it is what am I doing? I have Prometheus makes it up. And what's your strength? 5?
Yeah.
All right, so that is 150 base damage to hit all of them.
Nice.
That is pretty nice.
And since it's in the head, it's like what, a tenth of their life point is necessary to be a critical.
Yes.
So is that a critical?
Let me peruse over here. I believe. Okay, I thought that there was a special thing that happened to zombies when you hit them in the head.
Well, you always go aim for the head because that's the only way to kill a zombie.
Yes.
I think it counts as a weak point, and that's why.
Yeah. Okay, that was true. I thought there was an additional thing to that, but yes, that will deal a 135 damage to the group. Unfortunately, that is going to be critical that'll be critical for the first one. But it will not be critical for the entire group yet.
Yeah, I figured.
So you gotta roll 1d100 plus the damage that you did to figure out if it's a...
I don't actually believe that... how do criticals in mass combat work? Do you know?
Give me 1 sec to check that.
Oh, I am here as well. I just wanted to know.
How do I roll in the chat again?
/R 1d100.
Right. I knew it was something after the slash, but I couldn't remember what the fuck what. So R/R 1d100, and do I add anything to that?
Plus 145, because that's the damage that you did.
Right.
Wow.
Meh.
Okay.
Oh.
It does not say anything about criticals.
All right.
As far as I can see. So hold on 1 second.
That is the physical resistance of a zombie. However, I do know that in the case of resistances, more than half the enemy group suffers from the penalties. Which means that fail resistance no more than 40. Okay, fully effective in the area. But this is only for spells.
Oh, wait, mass combat. However, it is completely immune to criticals since there is no single body that can be damaged by a well-aimed strike. God damn it. Masses of enemy. A mass that has lost members due to damage may eventually lose combat effectiveness, but it is immune to criticals.
Well,
so aiming for the head with a mass of zombies is useless.
Ah, well.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Alright. Next is the big monster.
Next is the big one. And he is gonna come right over here, treading on this zombie. The zombie, you go to the bottom. And he is going to make an area attack. He's going to reach out with his long arms and hit Jorl, Iterid, Genus, and also one of the zombies to his left.
Drurul, Idarid, and Jinnis? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm making the defense rules for everybody, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Defend for all of them.
Okay, I think. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I believe one of us is protected by Gabriel. The shield. Yeah. I think, if I remember correctly, blah 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 blah. Okay, there's a shield on Genus, there's a shield on Joro, which means Gabriel, which means Idarid is protected by the psychic shield. So give me 1 second. Okay. So that's the defense. That's the defense for Idarid. And I have a plus 20 to projection because it's to another. Okay, targets another plus 20 potential plus 20 projection. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is to protect Idarid, and then Idarid protects Genus and Jorul.
Now this is 95 damage to all shields, however they are all defended.
Okay.
And for the visual aspect, you've already been like beset by these hordes of, and these are all very rotted, very old, not very well preserved corpses. And by the light of the fireball and all of these burning apparatus, you could see the lumbering hulk behind you, but suddenly the zombies in front of you sort of give way. It tramples one of them, and with its one claw swings over all of you, raking across whatever supernatural force keeps it from you, and then ending with its claws buried in its friend to its left.
Okay. But it's been unable to hit us.
It was unable to damage you.
Alright. Yeah, I rolled super high. I rolled like 86 on all of those rolls. Wow, I rolled 85, 86, and 87. That is pretty consistent.
Yep. Good rolls.
Nice. Okay, so Omen is next.
Yeah.
Do you still have mana after the big fireball?
Not really.
Do you have enough? What's the
Of what?
Do you have enough of the natural magic? No, not natural magic. The one that lets you cast without spending any Xeon.
Nate. Yeah, no, I've been using that. Like, that's just create fire, which is not helpful.
There's already fire.
Flames.
Yeah.
She's so yeah, she's going to continue. I was going to ask. I don't suppose I could occupy the same space as like what's her name, Gabriel, or Edward, rather.
If it was up to me, I do generally allow you to do that. However, that will cause like complications. For instance, if any dodging were to occur, you'd receive a penalty. However, Iterate is shielded, so that wouldn't matter. If anything were to cause one of you to lose your balance, the other one would also have to make an acrobatics check. So you can. It's just usually bad for people in combat. In this case, it's probably not so bad because you're both casters.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I'll go for it. And Woman doesn't have much magic left, although she probably doesn't want to let on with that. So she is going to actually cast another fireball, I think.
All right, you're squished.
Okay. Are you inside of my shield? Are you
Is your
expected to
shield
be?
like?
Hmm? Because you, the shield that is on it, it is, you probably couldn't see it unless you're able to see psychic powers because it's Gabriel's shield.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't then.
Okay. But is your aim to be shielded as well?
Not particularly.
Okay. Um. Avalby, would
Yeah.
you allow me to just to like include him in the shield that's in that area or not?
Now, who is that shield belong to? Is that Iterid?
Gabriel. That's Gabriel's shield is shielding Idared, and Idared is shielding Genis and Jorel.
Okay. Well, now I'm happy with let you swap your shield, move them all around. However, decreeing who protects who, you must have the active action to do that if you want to move a shield to someone else. However, you will have your active action before the zombies do.
Okay, cool.
So that would be you could just expand it.
You got it.
Oh,
No,
that's your
yeah,
fire.
I'm aiming at this zombie over here. Where's it? Hang on a second.
That's fine.
Zombie over here, and that should be. It's 5 meter radius, so that should hopefully. Okay, yeah, no, it's a bit.
Sorry, I was just testing myself. You would cleanly miss Gabriel.
Good, because Gabriel is not shielded right now.
Now,
Do, yeah.
as mentioned, you don't necessarily have to target an individual. You can target an area. So if you want, you can throw your fireball like.
Okay, yeah, no,
somewhere.
to like the next like corner, then like here-ish.
Yeah, like.
So it's.
Hit only the zombies, the monster, and our friend.
You know where I'm trying to
Ban.
aim-ish though, right? Yeah, just enough to the zombies and ban.
That's perfect, right there. Yep. All right, and that's a 245.
Yeah, base damage 50 because it's just
If you risk including Jorel in actually no, don't because the shield would be broken and I would have no way of protecting him. So don't hit Jorel.
He didn't hit Jorel. He does miss a single zombie. That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
One zombie isn't gonna hurt. That's what they always say. All right, so you get the ×4 damage multiplier because of that.
Nice.
Deal 1.9, 190% of your damage. I'm doing some math on my side. So that's 95 times 4. And I would like your opinion on a ruling that I've realized since the last one.
Just best for me.
Yeah. Well, I was asking. Yes, you are a GM too, so I would like your opinion. But generally, even in mass combat, if a mass combat consists of all damage-resistant creatures, the damage-resistant creatures take double damage when an attack engulfs them. Wouldn't that also make sense that it would add just an additional multiplier if you engulfed all of the enemies you hit?
I'd be tempted to say yes. I didn't remember about the attack engulfing someone dealing double damage rule, but I would say that applies here.
All right.
Makes sense logically.
Yes.
Like, not particularly how it's written, but sure.
It is a. I will look that up at another time, but yes, I do believe that for damage-resistant creatures, if an attack can cover more than half of its body, it is considered to double the damage.
I'll check that for you. I'm on the damage resistance page.
Cool. And then they get to roll even more being on fire.
Awesome.
Whoop. You shouldn't have seen that. Next up, well, Omen is up right now. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
No, did you not want me to roll for that fire then?
Yes. Roll
flames?
1d100 plus 95.
5. Bad.
136. That's also not too bad. That'll set them on fire. Just a little bit more.
Cool.
It will be Iterid's turn when she's ready.
Could you just specify what the effects of the fireball? Because I didn't was it useful or not? What happened?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I was busy calculating fire. The fireball strikes the back of the room, which is now looking very black and charred. And as it sort of ripples over you, you can feel the heat, but it doesn't quite reach your faces. You can see from the direction the fireball came, the zombie horde has thinned a little bit. Most of the ones in front of you are like smoking on their backsides. However, Zemna specifically can easily see that 2 of them straight up burn to ashes on the ground.
Nice.
No.
The amount of zombies you are fighting now is considerably. It's about a third of the total you've had to fight.
Okay. And did it also hit the giant monster in front of us or not?
It did.
Okay, cool. Iterid is going to give the last 60 points of Xeon that she has and that she has accumulated to Omen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not very good at offensive spells, and right now we need as many offensive spells as possible. And
Well, how much is that then?
that's 60.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Enough for another fireball.
Yep. Okay, and after that, it's time to eliminate fatigue. Which is going to be Genus's fatigue. And 20. Don't fail me now. Oh, yeah!
Yeah!
Okay.
Double up and roll.
So just like last time, you recover all fatigue, Genus.
Back to 15. Alright, is that it for Iterid?
Yeah, that's it for
Gabriel.
Gabriel. So now it's Ban.
And also, Gabriel does swap her shield over to sort of expand Omen.
I think so, yes.
Alright. Let me check something really quick on Ban's sheet that I want to make sure I don't do wrong.
He does have the Blood of Violence and get a plus 20.
He does. I was seeing if he had any acrobatics. He does not. Uh-oh. Oh, that was an hour ago. Okay. He is going to move around the horde, and he is going to use his first of 2 attacks on this zombie directly behind the big man.
Okay.
Where is he?
He is that zombie on top of him? Yeah, the zombies for some reason take priority over everything. I will remove the zombie as soon as I get this. Hey, he has fatigue, so he's going to put 2 into this one.
He could put way more than 2.
I know, but he has the second attack.
Okay.
He's going to save the rest for that one. Kapow. A 0. A 0? Well, let's try this again. That's 40. That's 175. I rolled a 5. He'll be too happy about that. Alright. And his fists penetrate damage, I do believe. Yeah, he is. Oh, wow. I didn't even know he had that martial art. Yes, so they penetrate 2 points of armor. I've never used martial arts this way, so I never understand how like to stat out fist. But he certainly did. All right, the first strike does 70. On the second strike, he sees he has not penetrated the zombie. That one is still standing, so he's going to spend even more fatigue. There we go. That's more like it.
Also, you were right about an area attack that covers more than half of the creature's body, doubles damage for damage-resistant creatures. Gosh, there are so many rules in this game. Like, I thought I knew most of them, and then I'm in your game, and it's like, oh, there's 20 more rules that you're teaching me about.
Yes, the only reason that I feel like I am qualified to GM this game is because I remember not all of them, obviously, not even all of them, just enough of them.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really get to see too much of him. You can briefly see his sort of white robe flashing around behind the group, but other than a few like thuds in the distance, you don't really get any sensory feedback of what he's doing over there.
Everything's on fire, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, right. So it'll be Joral's turn. Does Joral have anything to do?
I'm still chanting the same thing I've been chanting this entire time. You roll across the world as the fortunate and the cursed call your name. Divided by your spokes, all possibilities exist. With a turn of your axis, you decide misery or fame. And I keep repeating that.
Oh, right. In that case, it will be the zombies' turn. Zombies take fire damage. Equal to... Oh, okay. Ooh, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. So, 200 points of damage. One other zombie that was just sort of like barely grappling with its last vestiges of life falls to the ground beside Ban as it burns away all of its muscular ligaments and can no longer function. Initiative. Oh, no, wait, they have to attack. They're damage-resistant creatures. They don't stop because they got burned.
Yep.
Genus and Joral.
Unless if it does a critical of a level over 50 to them. If at any point a critical over 50 hits a damage-resistant creature, they lose their combat turn.
Oh, okay. I thought it was if they got hit with a critical, they lost their combat.
No,
That's good to know.
It's a critical over 50. That's important.
I'll remember that. Standing on to the... So, yep. Joral, make a defense for yourself and Genus.
So both of these are made by Idared.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Open roll.
Nice.
Not that you needed it, but they didn't do very good.
Okay. So Joral is going to get hit.
Yeah. Actually, they rolled a 2 for him, so he's fine. Both of your shields, though, they take 30 points of damage.
Okay. And if it's the end of the turn, they return to not having taken any damage immediately.
Very good. You are set to roll initiative.
All right. Gosh, I love Perfect Shield from the Creation Magic. It's the best shield.
It's OP. It's not OP.
I mean, like, it's good because it allows me to protect the entire group.
Yes, it is. Zombies are moving fast for some reason.
Oh, I muted myself. Sorry, I can put a 5 fatigue into my dodge, right?
Yes.
Yes, you definitely can.
Which
but you
is...
don't need to defend yourself because Itarid defended you.
So, what, I don't have to roll for defense?
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
It already shielded you.
Also, you could have put 5 fatigue because you already spent 2 this turn.
3.
3? Oh yeah, that's right, 3. You're limited by the number you can spend in the entire turn, not on a single action.
Drill 70. Who's that?
That was Gabriel.
Gabriel? Everybody who the zombies attack that Gabriel's protecting gets surprised.
Wait, dude. Hold on. Everybody who's protected by Gabriel is has the surprise penalty on the shield. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Fortunately, it's only Idarid and Omen.
Okay. And they only have one. Well, they do have no. The Slayer does not surprise them, and they only have one zombie that could possibly hurt them.
Thank God.
You guys are getting pretty lucky with when your shields are working and when they're not.
Yeah. Whew. Right. So who's first?
Has Janess rolled?
For
Or
what?
Omen? Initiative. There's Omen. Sorry.
Okay.
Omen is on there. Yep. Iterate is on there. Gabriel is on there.
Initiative.
You know, if you ever want to play a spooky ghost character, I just have to turn on your both voice channels because you get that cool echoey effect.
Add 30 to that, so I have 175.
Okay, there we go. 175. And this brings you to a new round in which the zombies go first.
That is impressive.
By the way, are you shielding Zemnis?
No.
I remember that. He's immortal, so you don't need to worry.
Also, I don't have enough mana to shield him as well as everybody else.
Yes. Alright, well, make your defenses for yourself and Genus.
For Jorl and Genius?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm spreading over you like a plague.
Okay.
A dwindling plague.
So the first one is for Jorl. And the second one is for Genius. Ooh, I'm very good at protecting Genius.
Genus is fine. Jorl is also fine, even though he didn't roll too high.
Okay.
Genus, it's your turn.
Genius? I think you're muted.
and you're frozen with like your eyes closed for me. Oh, there you go. Well, you're back.
Hey.
What?
It's your turn.
What is your your turn first,
Okay.
as per the usual.
Let's see. So what's happening?
But
You have a weird echo thing happening
Me
on
too.
Discord.
Oh. Yeah, I had to refresh the page thing, so I just muted the roll d20 microphone. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, because my internet is shit and it keeps crapping out, so I gotta reload and refresh and shit. So okay, so big bad guy is in the middle.
yes, big bad guy is in the
of the
middle.
zombies. Probably attacking this guy.
Well, the big no, the big bad guy is actually in the middle, flailing his arms at you as a group.
And these guys are somehow still alive, so
Those two, well, those aren't the same ones actually. Another zombie has sort of crawled from the back line to move towards you.
Lame. Alright.
By the way,
Fuck it, I'm just gonna attack everything.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that area of attack thing again with the thing.
So you could hit the big one too. That's good.
You would definitely be hitting the big one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use 5 fatigue points.
Nice.
Drop everything.
Passive move. All right. Actually, there are 5 people around the big guy, so the big guy is going to finally start taking flanking negatives.
Yay! Wait. Okay. So who's he turned towards?
He is turned towards Jorel, Iterid, Omen, and like Jinnis is like just along his side.
I think Genus should get either Genus or Ban should be getting like I'm at his back bonus to backstab.
This is sort of a weird rule. I should go back and look at it. However, from what it seems to imply, you don't get those from the back bonuses unless there are like 9 people around you.
Ooh.
Sure.
That is what I remember, and I always remember thinking that was goofy. If you want to look that up, I'm totally fine with it. However, I was going to, at the very least, be giving him flanking negatives from Genus.
Ooh. Okay, it says here in hand-to-hand combat, the 6th enemy fighting a surrounded character is considered to be directly behind him. The 4th and you get flanking from yeah, you get flanking from if you're fighting more than 3 characters, but you have to be maneuvering in order to keep them from surrounding you, which apparently the monster is not doing. So right now,
No, it is not.
So right now, Genus Genus and Ban should be getting the flanking bonus.
Yes, that is what I was figuring. Is that your attack? No, that's your defensive projection from before.
Yes.
So Genus.
Yeah, I haven't rolled attack yet because you guys started talking words. So.
Words. All right.
So do I put in any? So do I? So I put in 5 fatigue. Do I put in any other modifiers?
-20.
Yeah.
For the area attack.
Okay, so -20 minus 1. Okay, let's see. Haha.
Open roll.
Ooh.
You have it. You
Crit
made it.
them. Crit them. So yeah, you got to roll /R 1d100 plus.
Yes, R 1d100 plus 294.
Yes.
Yes.
They're so gonna die.
There are many that will die.
Yep.
All right,
Many
300.
will die.
And that's at 5 total, -50, so 2, 6. 2.6. That is 312 damage to the zombies alone. And then the big guy gets some penalties. He gets 156. He has a good bit of armor, though, so you will deal 80% damage of 30 to him, but that will stop him from making any additional actions this turn.
Mm.
Nice.
All right. And that'll actually be enough to destroy this other heavily burned zombie
Cool.
Yay.
with the area attack. Omen, it is your turn.
You're muted.
You're also perfectly still. No, you're not. You're moving. I see you.
Wait, you can see stands? Why can't I
Yes.
see stands?
Haha, only I can see Stan.
So
Oh, I can't
maybe I
hear.
should reconnect. Hello?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
Jorah.
Oh, now they're both gone. Everybody's gone.
Yeah, well, at least it's not my crappy internet that's doing it.
No, it is. It's your fault.
Ugh.
Oh, why?
Okay.
Everybody's here. I can see everybody moving. Ben has positioned himself to be impossible to throw a fireball around, but fireballs are still a useful commodity.
Fire, fire, fire!
But-
Rock, 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 rock.
More fire.
More
Hey.
fire! More fire!
Start a
Just
fire,
like-
start a fire, start a fire today.
Again and again, like, setting off, like,
Oh, there is a thing that I do want to mention, though. You said you transfer Xeon to him.
Yeah.
What's your magic accumulation stance?
oh, my magic accumulation is like, 60. Yeah,
Okay,
60.
cool. You can only transfer Xeon at the rate of your accumulation. So I was like making sure that everybody was doing
But-
that.
Surely it's at the rate of Jaws
Yeah.
accumulation.
Yeah, it's the rate of Idarid's accumulation, and Idarid has 60, so she was able to transfer exactly what she had.
Okay. I was making sure all that was good.
Yeah.
So where is the fireball going to
On
be?
the middle of the room, dude. About there, yeah.
There.
Poor
It
Ban.
doesn't-
Poor man. He's going to spend his fatigues on avoiding this one, actually.
It's a good plan.
Oh.
Whoops. Okay, that didn't work.
Blame.
How do I fucking erase things?
Click on it and then press delete.
Say what?
Click on
Oh,
it.
okay.
no.
For a second, I thought you open rolled.
Ah.
Oh, you did.
Yep, you got it.
Yay,
I-
he takes minimal damage. He takes
I learned
10%,
things today.
20%. So is that just a 50 damage fireball?
Yeah, that is non-modifiable.
Okay.
Think about bumping up to intermediate, but then
That would then get everybody.
Yeah.
So he takes just 10 more points of damage. He's getting a little low, but it's okay.
He's unkillable. He'll be fine.
Yes, he will be okay.
should probably stop throwing fireballs at a frontline fighter. Woman thinks to herself before doing it again.
Next time. All right. That is 220 negative 50 times 1 point. That is enough to collapse another zombie, and at this point, the zombies are going to no longer be in a group.
Mhm.
They're just going to be 3 sad zombies. And is that all for Roman? I'm rolling to see exactly how much that
Yes.
fireball does to.
And move back a bit, which oh yeah, I can.
Very good.
Okay, yeah, lighting fucked up for me, but I think that's just because of my character. It's fine.
Well, actually, there is that wall to the bottom is supposed to be like you can't see the corner of that room through there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Not done.
All right. 25 damage onto the big guy. And now it's Iterid's turn.
Okay. Idarid is going to punch the giant monster in front of her.
Punch it.
Yeah.
Punch it.
Yeah, he has no. He has.
I am a man!
He has.
He can't defend. Yeah, he
Yeah,
can't
he
attack
has.
this turn now.
He has no action, so he can. So he can't counterattack. But if I'm lucky, I might at least lower his defense enough to give a bonus to Xenmus.
That's true.
So wait,
Actually, Xemnas can also not attack this turn.
maybe I'll open roll.
Maybe he'll open roll. You do not open roll.
No, I do not.
Unfortunately, also avoid unless it fumbles. Its armor should take care of that.
Yeah.
It does not fumble as funny as that would have been.
Okay.
By the way, roll a 1d100 plus 45 for me, Stans.
Okay.
Because fire.
Yes, fire.
Yeah.
Those should stack, right? The fire.
Yeah,
the
they
fire.
are stacking.
They are stacking.
Okay.
They are stacking.
So
That's
slowly but surely they are burning an enormous amount.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And every turn they also get 10 more in flames because if they don't try to put it out and they're zombies, they don't know how to put it out.
So actually, we should just run and let them burn.
They will burn.
Yeah, we should run.
The zombies are to be totally honest with you, the zombies are going to burn down completely in probably 6 seconds. But If you do, you could all move right now. You all have your actions left to run if you want to. The only thing that's really in your way is the big guy, and he is heavily wounded.
Gabriel is going to run. Like Gabriel is not shielded by the. Does not have a shield at the moment, and there is a zombie coming towards, like that came towards the tunnel, and so she is going to retreat away farther into the tunnel. But I can't move my token in this direction. But basically, like, she's moving away from here.
You will see. Wait, no. If I actually move you to the right, you will then see like bits and pieces of the map that are just floating around over there.
Yeah.
So I will just say that you are for the moment outside. You are on Warhound Plaza.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Can I also? I think I'm going to recover Ban's fatigue because he spent
that's a good idea.
5 as well. So give me 1 second to go back to. Here we are. Potential. We have a modifier of 20. Every time I make this roll, I have a 10% chance of things going horribly wrong, but it never does. So
it never does.
180, that is perfect, because that boosts me to, I believe, 240. Recover 4 points of fatigue.
All right. For who?
For Ban.
Okay. Very good. He lost 4. He's going to cover 1, so he has 11 points of fatigue.
Genus is next. And
Actually,
I hate up work. Anyways, what are we doing?
that's Joral's turn and Gabriel's turn used. It'll be next turn. I'm gonna roll initiative. However, I'm also gonna roll for these zombies really quick.
okay, let's roll a new initiative.
Don't.
Do I get my extra fatigue points back?
No,
not yet.
not this turn. I took care of Xenmus's fatigue points this turn.
Okay.
Another zombie directly in front of Genus, like just trying to like reach up for her heels, just kind of like leans itself upon the
So
wooden
I have
mechanism and just crumples.
plus 30, so I have
40 plus
200.
40.
Plus 40. Huh.
Oh, 230.
Okay, so I have.
And the zombies, which are just about dead. And this one angry thing.
Gosh.
Big boy.
It's the second turn in a row that Gabriel rolled a 1 on initiative.
Everybody, well, at least the zombies didn't open roll this turn, so nobody's surprised.
Okay, cool. Gabriel does not want to keep fighting at all.
No. I'll know, by the way. Expand.
Alright, thank you.
Expand. Alright. So I will. Genus, do you want to make another flanking attack on this big thing?
Sure.
You know, its head is open from when you encountered it with Ban. So you can make an attack on its head without having any armor.
Okay, I'll attack its head.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna spend any fatigue points, so 0 fatigue. What's the modifiers? Minus 20? wait.
No, it's...
No, I'm not
not area attack, just minus 30.
What?
It's minus 30 to attack at the head,
Yes.
Okay.
but you get a plus
minus
30 from all out attack. Ooh, you open rolled.
So it.
No, that's me.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so means nothing. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Make your, your shield...
Okay, that's a counter attack. Okay, I have a question for you. Does it get the counter attack bonus for Genus being out of position based on the difference in attack between attack and defense, if I'm shielding Genus or not.
I think it would, but
Hell yeah! Open roll defense!
Oh, well.
Once again.
Nice. Again, yeah.
If you don't, then yeah. Then Genus is fine. That's 95 points of damage to Genus' shield.
Sure.
What happened?
The open roll is defense for you.
Okay. Do I take any damage?
No
Nope.
damage.
Mwahaha.
Gosh, Ethered is really dedicated to protecting you.
Yep.
She's not even the extroverted, compassionate one.
Yeah. And I have a dodge of 185 naturally without any modifiers, so it's like...
Both these zombies being individual zombies take criticals from their burn wounds. And for all intents and purposes, cannot act other than like the pure instinct, the leftover residual instinctive motor functions from being human, causing them to like swat at this heat all over their bodies. They can't feel it all. They know it's sort of rotting them away. So the zombies are pretty much out of this fight.
is good.
Omen, it is your turn.
Okay, so it's just a Slayer left at this point, isn't it?
Just a Slayer. Punch him.
Well,
I'll move that zombie to the bottom. There you go. Now I did want to say this. No one is efficient in their hands unless you say so. You start with the weapon efficiency. You can choose unarmed. But if not, you get a negative 60 to punching it with your hands.
Are you muted, Stans?
catch what Arvel just said, sorry.
I was just saying that you... I don't know if you chose a weapon proficiency. You get it even as a mage. But
No, I'm aware. Should be using a staff, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Don't remember what the thing is for that.
You want me to look? I'll look up the damage while you roll.
I believe the damage is like 30, but you get double your strength bonus.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
So-
30 plus double strength bonus.
Okay. That's for the quarter stuff.
Yes.
It makes sense. Yeah.
That is actually not a bad attack.
so add 30 to that again.
Alright. Now let's see, he was attacked by Genus. He wasn't attacked by anyone else yet, though. So it only gets a negative 30.
It should, yeah. Oh well.
And
let's
this is
go.
where I reveal that he saved a second attack. But he did not.
Okay. You scared me for a second.
It's only been doing one attack per turn so far, so... Oh, we're all playing before Xenmus, so that we can all try to punch it before
Zenmus does,
before
yeah.
Zenmus does. Alright. Maybe one of us will open roll. Maybe not.
Not Edored.
Not Itered, at least. Jorol is still chanting, but he's also going to try to punch it.
You are emboldened by the impressive quality of your shield.
Yeah. Xenmus, Xenmus, Xenmus.
Zenmus is going to spend 5 fatigue. I wish he had like a key ability to use with this. But I don't. Even if he does, I don't think I'd want him to show those yet.
Yeah. So, so the monster should have like minus 75 or minus 100 to defend, right?
I use the new rules. That's a negative 90 right now.
Okay.
So kapow! And that's the noise it makes.
Boom.
Boom. So it gets 3, 50.
This entire time, Xenmus has been fighting with his bare fists, right?
Yes, bare hands.
Yeah.
160% damage. Oh, I actually also did not subtract the flanking modifiers, so we'll get those. So that's 30% more.
Actually, I think he would probably have aimed at the head, so
You're right. You're right.
So it wouldn't do a 30. So that would cancel out the extra 30%. Because there's like what Zenmus did last time.
It would cancel out the extra 30%. However, it would then give 30 more because it
Armor.
gets past armor. Yes.
Yeah.
So 1.9 times. I feel like he had more damage than 50, but that seems to be what is written on his character sheet. Either way, that is a good critical.
I'll roll for the critical. Oh no,
okay,
you got it.
sure.
You got it.
Okay. You
can
don't want to
roll
roll?
I don't
You
know
don't-
what the
you don't
physical resistance is, and the 93 was pretty good. So
Its physical resistance is high, but I don't think it's high enough to possibly resist that entirely. All right. That is a critical blow to the head. He punches the head right off, and it goes whizzing past Itered's face. And the entire thing sort of slumps forward, all of its metal coils sort of unwinding, and it turns almost into mush
Cool.
as that focal point is removed. You are surrounded in horrible smells of burning flesh. It's really not fun in here right now.
Gina,
Like in the background, this one just sort of screams and claws at its face. It's just completely smoldering now.
Gina sniffs the air. Does anyone feel in the mood for some barbecue?
I'm going to say that Zemnis gives you a sour look. I'm going to take that much roleplay. What is it?
Liberty?
Liberty with them, and he is going to move towards.
Wait. Zenmus.
What?
I had an idea during the fight.
Does it involve?
Oh no.
It involves limiting the amount of problems that we're going to get into. Right now, Idarid is running low on her magical energies, and I don't know if I can speak for Omen, but that was a lot of those were a lot of fireballs. We might want to be more cautious, and I have an idea for that.
You're right. We should get rid of Omen.
What? No.
Who is plainly the most dangerous person in this room to the party?
Oh.
No, that's
Never am. But
His clothes are non-magical and now very badly tattered.
sexy.
No, well, I mean, hold on a minute. Let me roll a style check. He's got style. Oh, no, he doesn't have style. So that's minus 30, so he's not even routinely stylish. It just looks uncomfortable.
I believe there's a way we can scout ahead without risking any of our lives. It's just going to take a little bit of negotiation on my part, and we need to return to the surface for a few minutes.
Just a few minutes.
Yes, that's all I'm going to need. Everyone all right with that?
what exactly are you planning, old man?
You'll see. It's one of the tricks I picked up from years of adventuring.
I don't know about you, but I'm as ready to go as I was when you came down here. If you want to take a break, that's fine.
It will only be a couple of minutes. And like I
You
start.
are welcome to go alone, says Grumpy Zenmus.
Right. I'm going back. I'm going back outside, and I think because because they have to be within sight of the shields for the shields to be at their maximum potential, Idarin and Gabriel are going to stay back.
Is Gabriel going to do some fatigue recovery?
Yes. Who has spent fatigue?
Exemnus is at 6 of 19.
Oof. Alright, so Xenmus first. Alright, let's do this. Psychic. Eliminate fatigue. Okay. So, Xenmus 20. Yeah. That is 2 points of fatigue.
2? Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you say you are,
Oh,
does she have concentration?
yeah, she can concentrate. So I'm going to concentrate at least a couple of turns every time to not risk taking to not risk having a 10% chance of getting fatigue.
All right. Well, you do if you want. I will do some rolls for that while you go and do your thing.
Sure. Actually, like that should be enough to recover.
Oh dang, yeah. Hey, and I open a roll for the one for Genus then.
Nice.
What did I do?
You get up by 10 of fatigue back. You did it. You did it.
I did what?
You did it.
Cool.
But
Okay. I'm gonna go look around, see if there's anything valuable to take.
In the room.
Yeah, and plus check out the places with the busted down doors where the zombies came from.
Okay.
Avilby.
Yes.
I get a plus 20 when I'm casting on somebody else with Gabriel.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that would actually put you to impossible because you also get a degree, don't you?
Yes, an extra degree. Yes, of success. Okay. So I think that should be enough to recover everybody's fatigue. All right, so Jorl is going to leave. I think actually Idarit is coming with me. I'm going to need Idarit for this. Jorl goes to the plaza and takes out a little bit like chalks of different colors and starts like drawing some runes on the floor, a sort of like magical circle, and he starts sort of weird incantation. Takes off a silver ring that he has on his finger, puts it at the limit of the circle, and I am going to bind one of the pink crows into.
I was about to say. Go ahead.
I'm going to bind one of the pink crows into the ring. They're called soul scavengers, right?
Yes, but now let me make sure of something. I want to make sure they are not, in fact, undead creatures.
They're not. They're spirits of death, but they're not undead. They're part of the flow of souls.
Cool. I was actually going to say, some of the birds actually seem to kind of congregate around you and are just watching you work, and then suddenly one of them.
One of them gets trapped into the ring. Listen, you could make me roll, but they're okay. It's a difficulty of 180. Oh gosh, it only takes 10 Xeon to bind one of them. That's I could get a bunch of them like that if I wanted to.
Level zeros?
No, they're level 1s.
Yes,
but
you could do a little bit of mass binding, I think.
No, I'm only going to... binding is the only one of the 4 summoning skills that you can't do for mass.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Which is unfortunate. I would love to be able to mass bind.
I would love it if you could keep that amount that you would spend as the maintenance too, instead of the amount you would actually spend on that many creatures. Well, like if you're like level like 6 or 7 and you bind like 1,000 level zeros, it would be awesome to have like just 80 maintenance, which is what it would be instead of 1,000 times 5.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I have 225, which means I can take a -40 penalty. Which means like in 3 turns in 9 seconds, I'm able to 100% bind one, unless if I crit. So that is I'm gonna take like just a minute to get a +10 instead, just in case.
I was gonna say, okay, you're fine. Generally, and this is sort of a home rule that it was falsely understood. If your resistance base is 50 or 20 in the newer rules, used to be 50, higher than the resistance you are asked to roll, you pass automatically. My group and I took that as if the thing you must do, the roll you have to make, is 50 lower than your basic skill, you generally don't have to roll the thing. If that sounds all right with everybody, I'd like to keep that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
It
I don't
would.
like-
It would have been enough by 5 points here. Okay.
Okay.
Um.
So yes, you
or-
now have your own. Is you have to control it as well, or just bind it?
I can't control it, but I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't have enough points in control to do that. But so like I force it to go inside of the ring, and then I pick up the ring, and it says in the rules of binding that creatures can communicate with whoever is touching the object they are bound to if they are inside. And I know the soul scavengers are able to communicate with. Are able to communicate because they are able to speak to whoever's shoulder they're sitting on. So I'm going to tell it, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to take part in this feast of souls that is about to happen here unless you serve me from a day for 2 days. And if you serve me for 2 days and scout ahead for me and give me the information I need, I will release you from this ring prison. What do you
have
say?
persuasion?
I do.
Sweet. Roll your persuasion.
Do I get any bonuses for having trapped it?
It will. I usually just set the DC a little bit lower.
Okay.
Okay. You weirdly your return that you get isn't really all that coherent.
Mm-hmm.
You get like a bunch of words back that are like feed and regurgitate and dang it, I'm trying to think of other visceral words.
Mm-hmm.
Generally like having to do with just like hunger, like endless hunger, famine. Those are like the words it speaks to you. But out of nowhere, after like another full minute of silence, you hear deal.
Okay. I go back into the tunnel. I put on the ring, and I say, and I'm going to order it basically to scout ahead into the different rooms that are ahead of us and tell us if there's anything living or undead that we need to worry about over there.
Okay. Now, before you do that, I believe Haru, you said that Genus was just going straight into that next room to
it's on
check
the
on
phone.
something.
Yeah, she's on the phone.
Well, in that case, I wanted to do something very briefly with Omen first. While he's out there casting the spell, are you still down here in the cave?
Yeah, like probably black resting against the wall or something because
Okay.
what she said, she's probably quite tired.
Yes. Well, as you're sitting here, you know that just outside of this wall, you weren't able to sense these little magical circles on the ground, which is kind of unusual for you. You had seen similar effects when you were going to steal from Miss Havelthorne,
Okay.
and so it's not entirely unusual to you. However, what happens next is I would like you to make a magic appraisal check.
Hmm.
Nice
That's
hat.
what you say.
All right, that's great.
By the way, Stans, I still can't see you.
I can't see you, so I don't know what's happened there.
You can't see his hat. He's got a nice hat.
Oh shit! I'm missing a hat. I'm gonna move fresh.
Okay. Can you still hear me though? Okay. You're sitting here, just sort of observing the dwindling fire. That one zombie on the one cross is now silent, thankfully. And as you do, you get like this weird sense of magical energy, but it hits you all at once, and then suddenly like starts to vanish almost as quickly. The thing you can sense is from the. Let me actually bring you up to the Warhound Plaza, really. You sense something directly southwest of you, and I didn't bring you to Warhound Plaza. I'm not going to do that right now. Southwest of you, just very small but very distinct sources of magical energy. You also sense some amount of that just like somewhere much further away, like a significant portion of the city's distance away. But then as soon as you sense that, it seems like a wave sort of washes over these objects that you can detect, and slowly coming to you from the west, like a sort of wave of obscuration comes from the west, and suddenly you can't sense anything beyond this room again. You did get a pretty good sense of the things near you. They couldn't be more than a few rooms away this way.
So there's some weird illusion or darkness magic going on.
And whatever it was, it spanned a fair distance.
Where did you? Confusing for me.
Yes,
So, you say I was sensing that from like outside the
No. From where you were resting on a wall in here.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you were able to sense a number of magical presences further west and southwest in this sort of you imagine it's underground because all of the sources were either level with you or below.
Okay, so they're all down here then.
Yes. And then you could sense that for just a brief moment before suddenly, like, one by one, they all vanished again as though sort of like a rolling wave just of darkness sort of swept over to you through this tunnel. But you don't see anything. Everything's fine here. You can still sense these circles, though.
Maybe this is maybe this is concerning. She is going to until Joel gets back, but see if like she can get Farron to, or convince Farron to like have a look through the room where the Slayer came from.
Okay. Is Haru back with us?
No.
Oh, I think. Yes, if that is you pointing, then that is what I figured. Is you were going to do a quick scan of that room.
Yeah.
Unless she is indisposed, not able to hear me.
Yeah, Genus says, just assume Genus is always using Guile and trying to sneakily take everything.
Oh, yes. And I'm pretty sure that the moment she steps in here, she's going to take a quick look around, realize that the room is dark, and perhaps even summon Zimnus over. I'm not going to take her too far in there just because we don't know what she's doing. Might be busy. Just inside the room, as they vanish, you hear a couple loud thwacks, and then Zemnis sort of steps back through, and like maybe even dragging Genus. I don't know if Genus would allow that, but sort of like ushering Genus to come back. She might be over there looking at it. He says, "Just a couple of corpses, but there's also something here that I think Jorl should look."
Jorl arrives with the
Your bird friend.
Yeah, and I don't think it's visible to anyone except Idarid, but yeah, I'm just going to release it from the ring and order it to scout the nearby rooms for and warn us about undead and living things.
All right. I'll get a little bird icon in a minute. However, the bird Friend sweeps forward into the next room. Can it communicate to you us apart from
Sure.
when it's near you?
No, it can't. It's
It has
it's
to come back and relay.
it has to come back and relay the information.
Okay. Well, you open your hand, it sort of bursts out of the ring in like a little puff of pink plumage. Lands on the ground, sort of pecks at the bodies a little bit, finds no remnant of any soul in any of them, and then sweeps off into the room to the west. It comes back not even a full minute later, and then like vanishes back into the ring and says, "One coffin, empty."
Okay. I'm gonna tell it to go into the rooms beyond that, and then I'm gonna step into where there's the coffin. Ooh.
It will also add to that walls, like the walls, solid, impervious.
Okay. So that means I'm gonna have to take it with the ring through a lot of through those places.
All right.
Physically before it's able to do anything. Okay.
Who's this? This is Omen. Yeah. Sorry, Omen. I'm not moving you. You can move yourself. I didn't mean to drag you.
Okay.
You enter this room. It seems to be a wide open room with. Sorry. Yeah. You can move. Are you moving Zemnis yourself?
No.
Zemnis will walk over to the center of the room. This seems to be a very wide open room, with the only distinguishing feature being a couple of dead corpses and a sarcophagus here in the center. However, as you come into this room, you also notice that along the southern edge of this wall, the entire western side and the southern side seems to be like laid over with perfectly black, flat, and like lustrous panels.
I cannot see the map at all.
You cannot. Oh yeah, because you're in darkness. Wait, you can't?
You might be too far to the you want to scroll up and to the
You're over there.
south.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah.
Are you back? Maro?
Grab a flaming chart if I. Yeah. Yeah, the guy is calling the other. Yeah, the guy is calling the other guy to straighten this out. So yeah.
Hopefully you get paid.
Hopefully so.
Well, I will. I mean, it's like Upwork's kind of a pain in the ass, but they make sure you get paid, kind of thing.
That's cool.
This facility must have taken a lot of spending to erect properly. The walls are enchanted to stop immaterial creatures from passing through. I can't send the scouts that I went to pick up outside beyond this room unless I physically pass this ring through. So.
Blah blah, magical boring stuff. Let's see what I can steal.
All right.
The coffin is supposed to be empty.
Well, it will add to that. Room empty. Coffin closed.
Oh, okay. It's just it couldn't get into the coffin, right?
Yes. Now the coffin, as you approach it, you will quickly notice it is a very large, much larger than your average person would ever need, black coffin. And near the northern side, this side here, you actually find like a couple of unusual interfaces. Like there seems to be an orb with a bunch of little like sliding appendages, and also just to the left there are a number of levers.
Not it to open it.
I don't think we should open it at all. I don't think any of us should open it.
I'm just going to open it.
You dig your fingers underneath the edge, make a strength check.
Or feats of strength.
Or feats of strength check. Feats of strength will help your strength check.
I'm going to do strength because I don't have that. And I'm not expecting to actually be able to do this anyway.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
That's actually really
okay.
strong for a regular person. That's like pretty darn good. You go and you actually think you hear like it slide just a little bit, not the lid, but the whole coffin just a little bit, and then no, there's nothing. It doesn't move. You cannot
What's
open it.
what's the coffin
This
made
thing's
of?
sealed by
Marzipan?
magic.
You don't really know. It's metal. You think it might be like, since it's like dark, you think it might be like black metal, which I believe emerges from the Varja generally, but
Mm.
you can make an appraisal check.
Oh, I can't I? Because I'm the only one that knows how to make a living.
Yes,
Okay, let's see.
a living without putting yourself in imminent danger.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't get any modifiers for appraisal, I don't think, so just straight roll.
Yes.
Ugh.
You fumble. Roll a 1d100.
Wait, good luck.
Oh,
It's a one.
no, that doesn't. That only works if you roll a 3.
Damn it. So roll 1d100.
Yes.
By the way, it's the white steel that comes from Shivat. The black steel is supposed to come from pretty much everywhere in the world.
Okay, I think I just read that there's like a big mine for the materials somewhere in Lanet, and I thought that was just for. Gotcha.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So you look at this thing, and it's like all sleek black metal, and you like tap on it a little bit, and you realize that it's made of like just cheap plastic, whatever this thing is. It's probably like glued together or something. You don't know. It's worth nothing.
Ugh, the stupid thing. She kicks it hard.
And
If you fire,
surprisingly,
it'll melt this.
I don't know if Joral's feeling nervous yet, but
I am.
it doesn't open. It's pretty closed. If you wish to, you can also, Zemnis will kind of indicate, and you can tell there's a door just this way behind this wall.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
There's a door behind what wall?
This one right here.
Oh. I'm going to the door.
All right, you go to the door.
I'm going to the door, taking the long way around to not be near the coffin.
I'm going to.
You don't want to look at the interface?
Is Idarid picking up anything magical from the interface?
It's vaguely magical, just very faintly.
Fuck. All right, then I'm gonna go and have a look at it and roll it.
If Omen picks it up, then she's definitely looking at it.
Yeah, well, like you could look at it.
Yeah,
Now
while they're doing.
I'll happily have you guys make occult checks. However,
Yeah.
if either of you has science, you're gonna need to make that too.
I don't have enough science. Remember, that's why I couldn't speak the language of Solomon very well.
Yeah.
If
I'm not trained in science.
But you are trained in lockpicking. If you want
Yeah.
to try to make a pick on that lock. on
Okay,
it.
so there is a lock on the door, huh?
Yes.
Does it have
Okay.
anything to do with religion?
No.
Okay.
Sadly not.
So I only had.
Wow.
Ugh.
All right. Well, we'll go in order of success. However, the door does not unlock. Sadly.
Damn it. Now what do I do now?
You sort of are looking through. You're looking over this thing, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. You can sense just a little bit of magic from it. It does not seem to be elementally bound necessarily, which would indicate a number of different things. Primarily, like free. Maybe it was done by. It's an artifact magic, so it doesn't necessarily need to draw from any specific element that is locking this in place.
How observant.
That's
It's a
the
magic.
Locked by magic. Now, Joral, as you come over here, with your vast experience in the occult arts, you can sort of get an incredible idea of what all this is. Through Idarid's ability to sense magic, you can tell that it isn't just locked, but whatever this interface is, it is also manipulating something very complex inside of the coffin. The only thing that really stops you is that you don't really understand the interface. You could probably replicate this thing. You just wouldn't know how to operate it when you replicated it yourself.
Yeah. That makes sense. There's something very complex and dangerous in there. So we're not gonna touch it.
You could definitely tell that there's something inside that it is made to manipulate.
Yeah.
It could be something that creates muffins in the shape of a box, but you doubt that's probably it, considering the necromantic.
Can I try to lockpick the door again?
Unfortunately, not.
What?
She could not pick the door.
Didn't expect someone as learned as you to be afraid of the occult, old man.
This is techno-magical.
Sorry, I didn't mean to move you.
This is beyond the normal realm of the occult and into the realm of forbidden science. I would be very interested in studying it, actually, if our situation was not so precarious and urgent. There are people dying above the ground.
Oh yeah, Abel.
Yes.
Can I melt the lock?
You could try to melt the lock.
Okay, I take out my knife and I try to melt the lock.
All right. Let me see. I believe that would be a breakage check. Give me a 1d10 plus 6.
Wait, what?
A 1d10 plus 6.
Oh.
Oh no! Wait, why did Joro roll that?
Huh?
I don't know.
I thought you were saying just anybody.
Wait, so
gives you-
1d. Wait, what? 1d1 plus 1d10 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
Slash
this
R.
Is Venus trying to melt the lock.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's even worse.
That is even worse. It gets
No,
very
it's-
hot to the touch.
no,
and
no.
You don't
Wait,
want to
good
touch it anymore.
You
Wait, good luck.
You wrote minus plus 6. That's the problem.
Oh, you did.
You it's a
That's
15.
9.
It's a 15.
Yeah. Okay. No. Sorry about that.
Oh.
The lock just turns into slime and slides in. It wasn't like hanging on the door. It was part of the door, but it just sort of like slides in between the crevice of the door and onto the ground. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but to like reach in and like turn the other side without hurting yourself, but you can do it. And during that time, Omen, another strange wave of like brief vision just sort of washes over the area. And Iterid can now sense this too, being down here. Suddenly, you can sense that there are several small magical presences, not anyone with a gift, probably more artifacts like this, in the room ahead.
In this direction? In the south?
Sorry. Yes, south.
All right. I'm going to suggest we go south instead of going through the door. Just
right.
to check it out.
Oh, well, I mean, south, Oh, yeah, you can't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would be south directly from where you are now. However, if you would like to casually explore, just south.
I can.
Zemnis.
I'm just gonna ask Omen to project the flame that he casually created, so that we can see the rest of the room.
All right.
Cool, Zemnis. Do you want to see if you can pick up that coffin?
No, don't touch the coffin. It's dangerous.
Contested persuasion check.
It's a good thing I have a lot of points in persuasion because that is a horrible idea.
But
Yeah, well, do you have this many?
No, I have more.
Similar persuasion.
Right.
It's just thankfully
Yeah.
Dural's words ring true today.
Joel's words ring not stupid today.
Okay. You cast. Do you do as he says with the fire though?
Owen, that's for you.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
Oh.
Okay.
If Zemnis is, I'm like staring at Zemnis, like waiting for him to pick up, and like my hands out, like I'm gonna make fire, but I'm not doing it.
Okay. He's just looking at you. It's like, you probably got a negative because you also burned him a lot.
Oh, that's true. This happens.
Anyways, I'm making this for later. A little light you can just sort of move around.
That's cool.
It's cool. I love the dynamic lighting. However, since you're just staring, Zemnis is going to be a man and walk forward into the darkness. And you see that the entire south part of this wall is also lined with those weird black panels.
Okay. So are they like panels like you would this? Is it similar to how we would think as of big screens, or is
Sort
it
of like, not like screens of television screens, not that kind of screen.
okay?
They do seem like to be very glassy, like that, but not any kind of thing that would project information.
Okay, more like some sort of like extra protection when a stone wall wouldn't have been enough, right?
Perhaps. But as Genus opens the door, you will find something a little bit different.
Okay. Onwards.
That is good.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes. Melting the lock. You also have to bundle up your sword again, but you can get through. And as you step through, Genus, may I move you? Well, first of all, everybody can see your light. Are you going in first?
Zenmus should go first.
Genus can go first. Get out of the way, thief. And let me make sure this is the right thing, because it could be the wrong thing.
Whew. I saw
There we
everything.
go.
I
you're
can
allowed.
see way. No, you don't understand. I see.
Do you see all the way through the room back there?
I see. Okay. I can see stuff here,
That's
and
all right.
I can see another light here, but the rest of it is darkness. It's like I can see. It's like there's what are they called? Walls. It's like there are doors. There's a door here and there's a door here, but also there's parts of the wall missing here that I can see through, but also parts of the wall that I can't.
That is actually intentional.
Okay.
Because as you walk down this hallway, you realize that the panels are transparent from this side.
Nice.
These are windows. And you also realize that this room is vaguely lit.
It's lit, man.
It's like,
You recognize immediately the source of the light as lamprey light. Little crystals embedded or like held in water capsules attached to the ceiling. And you can freely move over here and like look around this room if you'd like. However,
Fun fact: Lamphidere stones emit a light similar to the color of the whatever liquid they're put in. So if you ever are in a Lamphidere mine without any other source of lights, you can just bleed on them to get a red light to help you through. That's just droll, just spouting occult stuff.
I know that it's kind of gross, and I hope I don't gross anyone out, but I find it interesting that he says bleed instead of like something like pee or spit on them. The less lethal blood liquid to lose. But yes, that is very true. And as you march on in, you'll go first. You sort of peer around this wall, and you find yourself in a very poorly decorated by myself, but and kind of like desecrated. Like there's a bunch of dust everywhere. This one plainly has not been used in a while. Laboratory. Like there are all sorts of pictures here, writings and notes done that are done in Latin. You can look over them and read them if you like. The magic sources you sensed were coming from, darn it, this room here, which you can also freely walk around and peek into.
Oh, nice. That's a chest.
It is a chest.
is it? Oh, okay.
It is a chest. No, it's chest.
You know who can open chests? Genius.
No.
What?
We found a chest.
Oh, the chest.
There's a
Oh,
little
okay.
chest in here.
Okay, so you want me to lockpick?
Yes.
Oh, man, you got the lock picking requirement for the door, but this one, you actually find the lock to be kind of old. Like it's sort of like on a remarkably easy lock. You reach back and you feel like one of the tumblers has already like rusted into the open position, and so you just sort of reach back and the other one, and it pops open. And
right.
in this chest are a number of things that you will probably feel an immediate wave of disappointment because it looks like a bunch of like canes, but they're too short to be canes. They look like little firebrands or the things you poke a fire with. Just little like metal, like coiled metal twigs. Though at the very tip, at the very end, they seem to have this like sort of light blue hook.
Well, this is fucking lame. Although they might be magic. Hey, old man, are these magic?
Iterate, are they magic?
Iterate, magic appraisal.
Okay. I'm sure Omen could also...
Omen could also see these things. If you wanted to. You can tell that they are magical. You can tell that these are some sort of peculiar artifact and that they have a decent amount of energy still in them. Would you like to roll, Omen?
I mean, if like she's been specifically asked, then yes. But
okay. What? Oh, okay. I thought that was your magic appraisal. That's
no,
a 4.
Yeah, that's a... Oh, I have -50 unless those are religious artifacts. So 259 to determine what they do with a cult.
Oh, all right. Well, Omen can quickly determine that whatever these things are, they are containers for Xeon, and that specifically all they seem to be is they're specifically made to transfer it via the hook, via the blue tip. With your occult roll, if Omen will explain this, will you explain that?
Full thing first. So it's a hook which like is full container, right? And
yes, it seems to be. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Yep, it is. It has the unique ability to transfer Xeon without your mage present. That seems to be the only weird thing about it.
What's a Xeon again?
Xeon is
mana.
the source of... Yeah, Xeon is mana. Magica.
I didn't realize it was a physical thing you could transfer.
Usually it's not.
Huh.
But you can store it in artifacts sometimes. And usually, when stored in an artifact, only a mage can retrieve it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up and hey, hold your hand out a second.
Which one?
It's either. Just want to try something. Maybe you
Who
don't
holds their hand out? Or does anyone?
I think
I'll let the old man go first. I'll let the old man hold his hand out first.
When Iterate sees that nobody else is holding out their hand, she says, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and just like extends her hand.
What will you do, Omen?
I just want to like prick her hand with the hook first.
You poke her hand. Iterate gains 5 Xeon.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
I have now 5 Xeon.
Yes. You feel a very, very slight charge of Xeon.
Well, this is a magical transfer. This is something to transfer magic. Did you lose any magic? Or was that?
That's what I was going to ask. Did I? Or was that in it already?
That you didn't lose any. It was in the artifact already.
Okay.
Nice.
So you need to actively be, I assume.
Poked.
Well, as a mage, you can pull Xeon out of it without being pricked by it. You can just suck the Xeon right out if you want to. But now knowing this, Jorl, you take a look at the blue from the tips of these, and you get this connection between that and the runes before. It's the same color, it's the same sort of material.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would be relaying that to Joel.
All right.
Nice.
And you do know that those circles need charging, like they need a certain amount of Xeon in order to function.
That makes sense. Those are the power source for those are the power source for the circles over there that heal undead from the scars. I would assume so. Well, Omen, do you? So how many of those sticks are there?
You like rifle around, and there seem to be 10.
And sticks.
Yes, 10 of these like firebrand type poker things.
You
You get like the what?
I was gonna say you take 5. I take 5.
Okay.
All right.
Omen. As
Yes?
you rifle through the 5 to divide them, you quickly come to the conclusion that the bottom 3 are empty.
Bottom 3s. Okay.
I'll take the bottom 3.
I was gonna say, are you going to sneakily hand someone the bottom 3? But overall, divide it how you would like. The total amount of Xeon held within these things is 450.
Okay.
Well, okay.
All of them that are active.
How much can each of them store is what is important to me.
Each of them can store 100.
Okay.
Okay.
Only one. None of them are absolutely full. They all seem to be missing just a little bit.
And Omen will express that 3 of them are empty, and but kind of hold those to the side, like kind of like offering them to George who wants them, but like otherwise.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They each weigh 2 pounds.
Well,
take as much Xeon as you need to recover. I'll take the rest.
I don't think you're aware of exactly how much power I can hold.
Oh, is it all of it? Hmm.
Yeah, it's more than all of it.
Okay. Then. Yeah. No. Take it all. It's fine. If I need to heal someone, I'll ask you to give me some back.
How very generous of you.
We're going to need your fireballs more than we're going to need my usual tricks, I think.
Okay, I'm glad you understand.
Cool. I'm so happy that we. Oh wait, we now have like 5 artifacts each. I'm gonna look if we're going to. I'm gonna look into the rules to see if we're going to get supernaturally contaminated from that, because there's
Hey, that's
rules.
the thing.
Huh?
Technically, the same part. I guess they're not part of the same artifact unless that's like alpha rules as such.
I usually only have like I know that this is sort of cheap and you can do a lot with artifacts, but I generally only apply that rule if you are actively using that presence of Xeon within a turn. I know that it's sort of like on you, but generally I figure that if it is like held in a container and not tampering, like not being used.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Omen's going to be ill proud of herself for like, having all these before realizing she doesn't actually have anywhere to put them.
Yeah.
The like, holding them.
I'll carry them.
Yeah. Another wave of like magical sensitivity, like rolls Omen and Iterid. And not only do you now sense those like little pinpoints of magic in the distance, but the light over this door turns red. It seems to be like, imagine the tip of a I always lose my words when I need them. It's essentially like just a little metal spout on the wall that produces a flame. Up until now, it was just very faintly blue. It might have been like misconstrued as a broken Lamprey light. But now, as this as you can sense everything beyond this door, it turns red.
I'm guessing you felt that.
Make a magic bristles to see if you sense the other artifacts out of this room.
1 sec.
Everyone?
You already know that they exist out there. I was checking for Iterin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
Guessing
open roll.
that's a yes.
yes. You are also definitely able to tell that whenever this strange roll happens, this strange event happens, there you are able to sense magic within the city that you were not able to before.
Is it a failing security system of some sort? That's what Iterid is asking Omen.
Very.
Hmm?
Don't know what it is, but it happened when you're out before.
And didn't come
Then
as
it's
the
probably
way.
down here.
It seems to be happening on regular intervals too.
Intelligence check for Jorl.
Sure.
Or anyone who wants to roll an intelligence check. I just like Jorl's the smarty pants, so I like to give him the intelligence checks. Whoa!
Nice.
You like watching the door. As soon as the thing turns blue again, you detect that within just a slight degree of error. Every 4 minutes, 1 minute will pass in which you can sense things.
Okay.
I can do that.
That too.
Yes, you can also sense just about, maybe not with quite as much degree of precision, but yes.
Alright, so it seems that there's a security system that's stopping, I would assume stopping people from sensing things, from sensing the magic in here and detecting things in here, that is failing 20% of the time. 1 minute every 5 minutes. So...
Let's go make sure it fails 100% of the time.
No, that might not be the best, because remember, if it's linked to the security systems that are linked to the sarcophagus back there, that might activate whatever is in there, and we don't necessarily want to activate it.
Well, those are just Healy things.
Just give me 1 second. I'm going to call upon the Soul Scavenger to see if he can go scout beyond into that door.
At the moment, he cannot.
All right. What if I wait until the time when it's possible to detect magic?
I am bad for saying at the moment. Sorry.
The Soul Scavenger, like, is it, you doing this like about what you're doing?
Oh,
The Soul Scavenger.
I basically just bound one of the soul scavengers that Avelby had described in the first session into a silver ring that I have.
No,
and
I know what we're doing. Is Joel being transparent about what they're doing?
I think he told him about that, didn't he?
I told you I went outside to get a scout, and then I've been like giving orders, but nobody can see what I'm giving orders to.
Oh, you're right. Nobody can at
Yeah,
all.
That's one.
The Soul
That's what I'm
Scavenger is like a spiritual creature, and on top of that, it's really hard to detect as soon as it lands on someone. So,
All right. Well,
If it looks, I'm asking because if it looks like you're having trouble, then I'd bring up Farron. Is the thing.
okay.
Do any of you own a Mac?
I
Mac,
don't know.
no.
I have a Mac right here.
Then you must die because it's a bitch to cross files over from a Microsoft PC to a fucking Mac. So
Yeah, it was a present, to be fair.
Presents are lovely. As soon as the light turns red, you decide to send your soul scavenger through the door, and it passes through without issue.
Right. I'm gonna yell for it to come back in under a minute.
Okay.
Because that's important.
Yes. As soon as it passes through, you can command it to come back, and it pops right back through the door, and immediately says "long room."
Any undead?
No enemy.
Wait, where is
no
everyone?
death.
Where is everyone?
Oh,
Oh, you're way back at the door, south.
yeah,
Walk south. You'll find us.
yeah. Walk south into here.
Unfortunately, I can't keep you from going through those windows, so technically you can travel through the windows.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're not going
The
to
windows. Jump.
Yes. Jump through the windows.
I'm bored. I'm going to go look around.
Okay. Also, I'm interested in what is that? What are those things? That
Over
here
there,
and that.
that seems, like I said, the thing directly in the center seems to be a table with a number of different notes on it. It seems to be detailing an experiment, which you can look around with an occult check. The thing to the right seems to be another weird mechanism. It seems to have somewhat similar construction to the coffins panel. Though you again. Oh yeah, there's your occult check. The the drawings on the table actually talk about the senses of undead, and it talks about how specifically the Slayer seems to be able to sense things without looking at them directly. They're trying to figure out more about the senses of the undead and how they work. And one conclusion that you see come to at the bottom is that not only are they able to sense things without necessarily seeing them, they can also, without any potential of failure, discern between sounds made by living or dead, even if it's something like kicking the side of a stone or something.
Fascinating. The people here are doing research on not just on how to mass produce undead, but also on how their senses work and specific things like this. This whole thing might just be an accident. It might be that the release into the city of those undead creatures was never meant to happen, and it just did because one of the experiments failed. Might
So
not
what's in
be,
front of us?
It's
a table full of stuff.
A table full of stuff?
Yeah, it's like levers and knobs that that can be turned and stuff like this.
The levers and knobs are over here.
Oh, okay. So
This is just a table full of information.
Okay, so it's like books and notes and stuff like that.
Yes.
This is
They're saying
Hmm?
the lab of the people who made these corpses move then.
Yes, whoever the necromancer is who took the time to create this these undead was at the very least trying to study them. I don't know for what purpose, but there's a clear attempt to understand those creatures. This is fascinating.
Is there
While Joel's going on about that, Omen is going to set fire to the table.
No.
Oh no!
Is there any specific pattern to the levers?
You can make just a raw intelligence check if you want to.
How do I do that?
They all seem like all the levers seem to be in the down position. It's a 1d10 plus your intelligence, and your intelligence is pretty high. I think it's an 8 if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1d10 plus
1d10 plus 8.
if you have
17!
17
Nice.
dang. If you have sciences, you would be allowed to roll that as well. However, looking at this thing, all of the levers seem to be in the down position. Now, the orb is a little bit more complex. You can sort of
obviously.
messing with it, you can feel that there are 5 specific inputs, and that if you put your hand around it, you can actually touch all 5 pretty comfortably with your fingers.
Interesting. I want to memorize this, so I'm going to roll a memorize.
Make a memorize check.
And I don't get any modifiers for it, I think, so...
Nah.
Holy crap, that's on a
roll.
20!
Yes.
I only have a 20 in memorize,
Nice.
so...
Roll 1d100 plus 113, please.
Roll 1d100 plus...
That's an absurd memorize. You definitely know the position of these. And you looking ahead, you don't see anything unusual about the room. All the levers are in the down position. There's no.
I
real-
also memorize what's on the table before what's her name Miss Firepants burns it.
Memorize it now and fast because it's already on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sorts that.
Yep. All right.
So
Do I see anything valuable to steal?
Sorry, I'm having fun with fire.
Yes, it's extremely valuable information that is being burnt right now.
If you want to make an appraisal check real quick, a search and then an appraisal check.
Okay. Let me see. That's the search, 99.
Good.
And then appraisal, which is here.
All right. Looking through it, you look at what's being written, and you can tell that there might have been some valuable information there. You also know that the inks, and there's like some ink on the table. There's also a vial in the drawer. Could sell for just like 1 or 2 gold pieces. It's pretty good ink.
I take the ink.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, you know why I can make a killing off the information? Because it's all the only place it is in here now.
Presumably, until you then walk over to the back room where there is an archive of information. Right, if I may guide you right over here. Is this you? I believe this is you.
Yeah, that's me. So I go
back
over.
Are the information of numerous experiments, not just this most recent one which they had.
Can I do an appraisal to see what's most valuable?
I'll let you do an appraisal to see what exactly is most valuable. Right now, all you're seeing is a lot of parchment and there's a couple that have been actually like wrapped, though not for sale. So that might net a small price. His books are very valuable in Gaia, but these are parchment. These aren't like fine, refined books.
Okay, I'm gonna do an appraisal check. So.
All right.
There could even
96.
There could even be some incomplete versions of the Necronomicon in here.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna appraise to see what's valuable information and then try and memorize it.
Well, a cult would let you know what is valuable to sell it to. Right now, do you have a cult?
No, I don't have anything in a cult.
Right now, you're looking at this, and all you know is that, what's her name? Octavia could almost certainly find someone to sell most of this information to, but you really can't tell what information is the most worthwhile to sell. The only thing that you can really come to a conclusion that you would make some money off of is one tomb you found which only has like 5 pages of text on it. You might actually, from what you know, unless this text is exponentially important, you could probably get 20 gold for the book if you just tore out those pages.
There's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take the whole book and put it in my bag, kind of thing, and then like, I'll just memorize anything. I'll just go with a gut instinct and memorize whatever's important, whatever I think is important in the book. So I could either memorize a lot of important things, only some of the important things, and a lot of random things, or what. So.
Okay. You want to do a memorize check on just the what was in the book?
Yeah, I'll do a memorize check for what was in the book with the 5 pages, and then I'll just go through and do a general memorize for the rest.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
can I use fatigue points to modify my intellect?
I wish, but no.
It's only for physical rolls.
Yeah.
Boo. 55.
All right. Yep.
That's
that's for 5 pages. Go ahead. What were you saying?
That's why I prefer the willpower system in World of Darkness to the fatigue system in Anima.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm yelling at Omen.
Okay, I'll make another roll for memorize for it then.
Okay.
On the rest. So let's see. But in the meantime, he can do his thing.
Why would you do this? There's nothing wrong with the experiment. There might be something wrong with the people who designed the security and who let those undead out, and we're gonna take care of them. But this is a lot of work. This is a lot of information that we're losing right now. Why would you just set fire to it? Hey, hold on. Internet is moving away from the fire, and so is.
Keep going.
Okay.
Because the only person here who I think could stand this type of information and could follow that kind of power is me, and I have no interest in it.
It's not
Because
about
this is too
information.
dangerous to
Isn't
let into the
information
hands
isn't
of
about
wizards.
whether or not it can be wielded. There's a lot of hard work was put into understanding this, into understanding the undead, which is an extremely important part of magical research that not a lot of people have delved into, and which is dangerous. The fact that it took such great risks to get those results means that it's very valuable, and that the people above ground are losing their lives so that this research could be completed. It's just what you don't have to limit yourself to whether or not you can use it.
This is whether anyone should be able to use it, and I don't believe they should. Not if the stuff upstairs is what's the result of it is.
There's many more ways to use necromantic research. This is just one of them, and just because they're using it to recreate some weapons here, that doesn't mean that it couldn't do good elsewhere. There's undead servants that could that could do manual labor and replace all of the workers in Gaia if it was done correctly. That might be what those people are trying to do. Don't burn anything else, okay?
Access to that sort of power, then.
Do you burn any magical book that you come across? Because that is not the best idea for a mage. You might want to accumulate that knowledge and find the best use for it instead.
Well, don't extrapolate here. I don't just burn any magical knowledge.
Just the one you can't use.
Just stuff that I think is dangerous and shouldn't be used by anyone.
Any magic is dangerous if it's in the wrong hands.
Some more than others.
Necromancy isn't any different from your fireballs. It's just a different path of magic.
And why would you know about that? Why do you know so much about all this anyway?
Because I've been traveling around and learning about the occult for most of my life.
No, that's not good enough. I want to know specifically why you know so much about these people, seemingly what's going on down here.
I don't. I'm extrapolating.
Get a little bit more fire happy.
No, I'm just extrapolating based on what we found. I don't know who these people are.
Well, if you say so. But you grab whatever you think is important. Then I'm burning the rest.
Why? What's your reason?
Need a reason?
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
Who's doing what?
You, with the books.
Did you actually say? Hey, GM, did they actually see anything while I was doing all this?
Imagine
You guys
not,
are pretty
but you are
pretty
next to the bookcase.
distracted.
So
She's next to the bookcase. You guys are pretty distracted. If you want to, could, but it is unlikely that you are going to notice exactly what she was doing, other than standing
No.
next to the cases and looking at books.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth rolling.
Okay,
No.
What? Okay, you want me to roll a stealth check or a sleight of hand?
it will be stealth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, is subterfuge, is this physical? Yes, it is.
This is physical.
I'm going to put in 2 fatigue points
Okay.
because fuck Omen.
Now, is it only athletics and physical, or is... 'cause I know that stealth is agility. So
Yes,
technically,
it
sounds
is.
like you ought to be able...
Also,
Yes, it is.
this is based on sight, right?
Yes.
So I do get the nearsighted penalty,
Yes.
which is already included in this roll.
Okay. So do I? So I'm gonna.
I didn't hear your voice cut out, so I just see you doing that motion and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, I mean, you kind of saw her walk over in that direction, but she comes out, and she was just.
Hey
there.
guys, what's up?
Yup.
Nothing. Just decided we're going to burn the books here.
No, that's not what we've decided.
Okay, I've decided I'm going to burn the books here.
It's a terrible
whatever,
idea.
Whatever, unless they're blank, you basically have to find a specific seller for the specific item inside the book. So it's not like it's not any skin off my ass what you do to them.
They shouldn't be sold to anyone either. We don't want this sort of information falling into the wrong hands.
Okay, so burn them.
Exactly.
Look, Jor-El, if
Fall
you
into
want to
wrong
do,
hands, it can't fall into anyone's hands, right?
okay, look, Omen, give Jor-El a 5-minute head start to go through and gather anything that he thinks that should be saved, and then you burn it.
All right, I'm gonna go and look through the experiments and see if I find anything that's and take whatever I think is the most groundbreaking in terms of necromantic research.
All right. Now you're going through the. You're going through the archives over there.
Yes.
Make search roll, please.
Search.
Yes.
Woohoo!
And now any of your familiars who you want to.
Ha ha!
Oh man!
Is it based on sight? I would assume.
Well, it is, but it's
Ha
close. Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
It's also close to you, so I wouldn't give you the nearsighted penalty. Oh, right in your face.
Oh, so I can write a +50 on that. So big. All right. So I don't have the nearsighted penalty. Okay, cool. I'm really motivated to find.
Yeah, you're getting really worried about these getting burned.
Yes, he moves through the files, plucking things off the shelf, looking at them, just briefly scanning them, finding all sorts of things. That there's tons of stuff here you could just slip into your robes that you think would need to be saved, need to find a home. However, you settle with only what you can carry. You essentially grab another tome which was full of stuff. The stuff in there it's actually largely about the process of making the flexible metal that a slayer is composed of, and how close it is to organic material. Different chemical formulas for that, and in that book you will also slide a number of different pages, things that you found, sort of little folders, whatever else you can get. So you just have one overstuffed tomb of information. Most of this lab's work seems to be dedicated to slayers and then ambient information about these created undead, specifically the created undead. So you get a lot of just little nifty tidbits about how they're bound together and how that works scientifically and where the magical processes come in. And you generally get. I don't know. Do you guys have any? If you ever, this is bad for you though. If you ever need an occult or science check on Slayer specifically, you can roll again by researching in this book. Essentially, is what you need.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since the copies of the Necronomicon have a couple of necromantic spells attached to them, are there any? Is there any magical fury in terms of spells that I could that are available in this library at all?
Unfortunately, you do not find anything about spells. No actual transcriptions of magic, other than kind of briefly describe descriptions of the magical rituals that go into creating these, and they're entirely separate from natural spells, like normal spells. They are their own thing. If you were to, you could probably make an occult roll, you yourself, just because you are so good at it, to possibly create a slayer yourself. But it would be lacking in some specific functions because you don't have the source material.
Wouldn't I need a necromancy, a spell to create a necromantic chimera to be able to do that?
Normally, yes. However, this is the scientific Necronomicon-esque way of making it, in which even a person who does not have magic innately could possibly produce an undead creature.
Yeah, right.
Your scientific knowledge is lacking, though. So, like I said, there would be some parts of it that you could not recreate.
Okay. I'm writing all of this down for later use. Okay, and after that, Gabriel and I get out of the library, like carrying a couple, stuffing pages and tomes in our bags. Idarid did not come near the library after the threat of it's going to be on fire at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Where to next?
So soon, or like a little bit even before, I think yours done. I'm going to start setting fire to books. Going, this is for the good of humanity.
All right, you set fire to the books. That means I get to make more fire. I moved the table over there. No.
There's a precedent of people saying setting books to fire and calling it for the good of humanity, like the Inquisition, for example, and that's who you look like to me right now.
The Inquisition's bad.
Oh, you're saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I know that's pretty offensive to a mage to be compared to the Inquisition, but I'm
actually just like stop for a moment and look at you like dumbfounded before like pretending like just like doing and like.
All right. Yeah, this fire likes their own. In that case, the books are burned. Many small but potentially together important experiments lost to the ages.
Ginnis does not give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, out of character, she did a lot of memorizing, and well, information is valuable.
Yep.
It is definitely valuable, and you did
Money, no, burn it.
Are there any other? So the only door out that we haven't explored is to the south, right?
Yes, there are 2 southern doors.
Okay.
And,
Do I get? All right, I go up to each of the doors and see if my danger sense goes off. It goes off in front of either of them.
It goes off a little bit when you go towards the eastern wall because there's a lot of fire near you, but that's the only reason.
Okay, so basically one door isn't more dangerous over the other, so... Anyone want to flip a coin?
I've already explored this one with my little scout. I don't know which one it was that I sent my scout on, so...
It was left, but you will hear both same.
They're both long doors?
No, he will hear from the ring both same.
Oh, okay. Both doors apparently lead to the same room.
All right, I'll go through the right. I'll go through the right door and see what's up.
All right.
I kick down the door.
The door does not need kicked down; it is actually open.
I know, but it's a Munchkin reference.
Oh, it is a Munchkin reference. Hold on a minute.
But yeah. Anyways, I'll go through the right door and see what's up.
The door opens. Allow me to delete the GM lighting. As you enter into this next room, you are surprised to see not another room full of scientific materials, but rather
A bunch of hot chicks with booze?
No, not even that. You seem to arrive onto a stone platform, which then very quickly cuts off, and over the edge, you can perceive this sort of long tunnel that sweeps off to the west. It goes off a long distance, and you cannot see the end of it.
Well, 2-to-1 odds. This probably goes to the other lab basey things they probably have around here. Consider if the screaming in the other parts of the city earlier were any indication of how
I love the Resident Evil reference.
Okay.
I admit.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't mean to be drawing red lines over there. Okay. But yes, it is this long tunnel. And in the far distance, you can just vaguely hear echoing off of the stone walls sounds of scraping and very low groaning and
Well, it's time. Well, it's time for me to go down there to make sure none of my comrades get harmed. As if I put my hand on Jarl's back and I push him over the edge. You first, old man.
Wait, no.
Oh no.
Ah!
Thankfully, it is only a 10-foot.
All right.
Right, old man.
Ouch.
Have you fallen and you can't get up?
I'll be fine.
I know I didn't need to. It was just fun that way. You got to make your own entertainment in life. I say as I hop down.
Alright, I'll hop down after.
I will lead the way. That's not his voice.
Okay, bye, Ban.
Ban walks off into the distance. The tunnel goes for a long way.
Wow, yeah, it does.
Okay, but this is actually where we're going to leave this map. Boop.
Okay.
All right. Now this is where you all left off, Warhound Plaza. It might surprise you. As the length of the tunnel goes on, it immediately begins to descend. A downward slope.
Just want to say I'm sending the Soul Scavenger to scout ahead.
Okay.
Just
Yes,
in case.
of course. And actually, after you get a little ways into the tunnel, you find more lampadry lights. So not all of this tunnel is going to be a trek through darkness. Let's see. I think I can reveal this without revealing all of the attachments. If I can't, oh well.
Yep.
Now, directly to the first thing you come to, the first platform, is on the southern side. And you actually see a sign which decrees final stop, and another one which says employee residences.
The Soul Scavenger is going to go and have a look at the employee residences.
Okay. He sweeps through. He actually comes back pretty quickly to say most of the doors are open or broken. It seems to be there's nobody there. He can't find any undead. In fact, this place, from what he describes, seems to be very old and not used recently at all. There are two distinctions he makes. One, which is one room, large plant. And another one, which is
Larger than me?
equal size.
There's a human-sized plant in there. In the dark.
And another one, which is all char. One room, all char.
I think something supernatural might have been happening in those rooms. I say we should check it out.
All right. Who do you want to send in first? Ban?
Yeah, Ban, yeah.
All right. In that case, I'm going to ask you guys to make a search check because Ban doesn't hide.
Ban.
Whoever is the best one of you who has search, please make a search check, and then the second best one.
It's not going to be me.
Probably not me.
Genus has 80.
Genus and Omen should probably do it because I have 40 because I'm nearsighted.
All right. So we got Genus with...
Search though, so. Farron will do it.
Okay. Farron and Genus.
Nice.
Genus, oh, that's pretty good. Genus, your search is 80, so 1d100. Is she on the phone? I think she is.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a roll for her. She's being stealthy, but... Oh.
Oh.
All right. Yes. This is a good session for open rolls. The first room you come to, this actually seems to be a pretty small area, and perhaps only 6 people live here. There are 6 in specific rooms, so this is pretty small. But the rooms are comfortable, and you can sort of stretch out. They each have their own desk, their own little workspace, their own little restroom. Now, the first room you come to, immediately recognize
restrooms. That means they have flowing water, which is, as far as I know, only found in Dulu carts. So that's a high level of technology.
I think Abel has it too. Very few places, though,
Yeah.
have the aqueduct. And the very first room you come to, or that is interesting, you find one that's just bare. The second one, you peek inside with your little torchlight, and immediately notice plants and plant life sort of hanging from the ceiling. A slightly further investigation reveals that along the wall were 3 planters, 2 of which are empty, one of which has grown to the ceiling and sort of spreads out to sort of enter the other ones a little bit. This plant is gray and it looks sickly. It looks dead, but eerily enough, it does seem to be large. And then if you like pluck it, there's a little bit of sap in the leaves. And it looks like a fully grown plant down here in the darkness. Does anyone have herbal lore?
I have an okay. Yeah, I didn't have any points in the base, but I'm still gonna roll for it. Wait, actually, I think Idarid might have some. Yes, Idarid has some. Also, Idarid made some magic appraisal.
Oh, wow. Okay. She looks at this plant, and taking a closer look, you notice there are these little, like, sickly pale gray bulbs. And the more she looks, the more she realizes that this looks like an overgrown and then rapidly rotted rose bush. It has a lot of interesting similarities, including thorns, all of those things, to a rose bush, but somehow it is lost all of its color, alive, and somehow thriving while shriveled.
So it's an undead plant.
It is an undead plant. She doesn't know what could be going on with this or what it could be used for, but it is some sort of miraculous undead plant.
Okay. This is an undead plant. I think Droll is actually going to geek out on that because I didn't know it was possible to make undead out of out of plant material. That is fascinating. Here, I'll like he's going to like take a couple of. Actually, I'm going to take a just a branch of it. See if I can like plug it back into the ground. Or plug it onto something living later. I'm writing it down on my.
As you pluck it, you can freely take it, no problems. You don't have to worry about the thorns unless you have Klutzy. You don't have Klutzy, do you?
No.
Okay, good. No problems with the thorns. Though when you do cut it, there's this odor, which is not entirely unlike a regular plant odor. There is also that sort of mildewy, like mulchy smell. But it's just very unique and a little bit even stronger than most rose bushes would make.
Nice.
And I'm sure, does Joro hold on to that?
Yeah.
Okay, Joro holds on, and you can write that down, please.
Actually, Idarid is probably going to hold on to that. But I wrote it down. And the charred room?
The charred room. Oh yeah, the charred room. You walk into the room, and yes, it is fully charred. With Genesis' nice search check, she like peruses through things, and in the ash, she finds a number of things. Most of the objects in this thing were made of wood, other than like the nibs of pens and like the knobs that would have gone onto dressers. She finds 2 things of particular interest to her. One is a small fire gem, which you pretty much can recognize immediately. Little, bright bright, or they were black crystal, buried in the soot. And
That
the other
is
thing she
nice.
finds is a buried in that same pile of ash is a candle wick, a candle holder that is made of silver.
Magic appraisal.
That's crazy, if you wish. Actually, you could tell pretty immediately that it is not magical.
Okay. So is the candle holder made out of any nice materials?
It is silver. You could probably sell it for something. It's another one of those very small things that might sell for a gold.
Handing that to Genus.
Okay.
What?
Silver candle holder.
Yes, silver candle holder.
Okay, thank you.
The fire gem. It's. Do I need to roll a cult to know what it is?
I would like you to roll it. So I could...
I like the fire gem a lot. I think
like
it
the fire
fits.
gem.
It fits our group really well too. It's gonna be horrible for us, but for all of us except Omen. But yeah, 286.
All right. This is one of the smallest ones. You've heard of these. They're pretty darn common in magic circles, especially ones this small. You know that they are generally fine so long as you don't leave them in the presence of heat for too long.
Yep. And they accumulate fire until they explode, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So I turn to Omen and I say, "This thing can store up fire until it's overcharged, and then if it's thrown against the wall or the ground or something, it will release all of the fire it's accumulated."
Just goes like kind of wide-eyed and like reaches out to take it.
Be careful. I close my hand and I say, "Be careful with it. It's if somebody hits you while you're wearing it and it's charged with fire, it will explode just like it did in this room." And I think those are one-time use.
They are one-time use, I do believe. I'm looking at it right now. It says it explodes.
Yeah. So be careful not to be hit when it's charged.
Gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hand it to Stance. I hand it to Omen.
Omen takes it and pockets it.
Okay. So now we have a grenade.
Yes. Well, it hasn't been charged, but you could definitely charge it with innate magic if you wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you also know, just so you know, that if this thing can hold about 10, it's a nicely cut one, about 10 intensity. If
cool.
one of these is charged and exposed to a little bit more fire, it will explode. So if you charge it to full, then even like a candle will explode it. So that
and it's hard to say when it is full too.
It is hard to say. I got it. All right, we're back out into the tunnel, moving along, and your scavenger comes rushing back suddenly as you reach about the end of that line, the end of the line, and it will say, "Large death, big horns."
Fuck.
What? What's happened?
There's something up ahead which is big and horns and undead. And which is big, has horns, and is an undead.
Allow me to move you guys.
Another enemy blocks the path.
Gosh, now I regret I regret suggesting that monster to you, Avalby, now that you've put us in a tunnel.
Well, yes. That is exactly why I put you. I'm gathering all of you guys, sorry. I'm copying you this time so that you actually, have all your stats.
I turn to Ben and I say, "Well, it's time to prove you really are unkillable."
All right, let me move you guys, and you might be able to see something like right off the bat. Let me Oh, I just need to move you over. Okay. Zoop. Now tell me what you can see.
Nothing.
Oh, let me zoom you over here. Yeah.
Now I can see the whole corridor.
I
Okay.
can still see nothing.
Scroll down a little bit.
No, I can see a corridor. Yep.
Yeah, I can see the whole corridor all like up, and most of the way to the end.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it just disappears in an instant when I've scrolled to a certain place.
It does.
Same
I'm
here.
sorry. That's a roll 20 problem.
Ah, yes.
If you want to move a little bit further in, just to keep that from being such a problem, fine.
Yeah.
However, you're moving quietly through the corridors, and it gets to about this point that you can sort of hear the heavy thudding of something. It echoes around the tunnel, which makes it really hard to pinpoint its location if you wanted to make a notice check. How do you want to proceed from this point?
With Ban in front.
Ban,
Please.
have you? No one's but Ban in front.
Is it getting closer?
It actually seems to be. It's make a notice check. It's really or a search check if you want. It's really difficult to tell.
Okay. I might be decent at it because because it's based on hearing this time.
Oops.
98.
98. Okay. You can tell that it is you for the first few seconds. It seems to be moving closer to you, but then the sound sort of immediately tapers off as though it's like gone behind a wall.
Okay, I relay the information to the rest of the group, and I say I'm worried. I'm gonna send the scavenger ahead again to tell us why we can't hear it so well anymore.
Okay. Scavenger flies out, comes back, and says, 2 tracks, path between.
Okay. I relay the information to the group, and I say there might be a way of completely avoiding this if we're very quiet, and if we it might be that the creature is patrolling the tracks. Let's hurry.
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward and run, and it's probably going to be behind us. So Ban,
Oh no.
as soon as we reach the intersection, Ban is going to be behind us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are going. You guys can move yourself in front of Ban if you want. By the way, torchlights, you guys are all holding onto your torches.
Either it is not.
Okay. Did Idrid have one?
Either it
I
doesn't.
imagine that'd be spooky. Okay. Yeah.
Either it does not have a one.
Do you want to tell Ban to lower his torch? Because, like I said, there are Lampyridae.
Oh yeah, yeah. If there's Lamphidere, then we should still have them for like when in case something bad happens. In case
So
they're
you
not-
have them.
Yeah.
You just don't use them right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Moving, and then you see this partition. Everybody, stop!
Okay. Can Ban be in?
And I should. Yes. Where do you want Ban?
Go where Ban go.
Ban should probably be in front until we reach the intersection right here.
Okay.
So, is that
Now
is that higher than the rest right here?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
should have indicated that some other way. I tried to in the creator make it bigger, and there's a shadow there.
It looks
Yes.
good.
Thank you. You also see here, as you were coming to this point, against the far wall here, there are signs. There's arrows to the right. The right arrow says central. The arrow to the left says, it says Lab 03, Launch Site 2.
Watch site.
Well, at least the person who made this is very, very rich. So at least Genus should be thrilled that that all of this is this expensive and big. I'm just terrified.
You have never seen any sort of building or any sort of construction quite so enormous. Obviously, this thing is spanning a good portion of the city. This weird underground tunnel. And it is... You would have to have the funding of the city to build this to begin with. So as you reach this point, your senses can clear up a bit because the tunnel is not reverberating so much. You can immediately tell that the sounds are coming from around there.
That makes sense. I ask the soul scavenger if the undead creature is large enough to climb over this thing.
Yes.
Fetch. So, how do we want to proceed, y'all? Genus, Omen?
Okay, what's going on?
Do you see? Let me get you over here.
There's a large horned undead creature that is coming from that is apparently patrolling this track right here. There's this like higher place like a subway basically platform right here, and we're on the tracks of this other thing right here. So we could keep going this way. And my scout has just confirmed that the creature is large enough to climb over the subway platform right here from where it is. So I'm suggesting we try to go discreetly and get out of its way, but we could also try to confront it with the extra protection of it has from the subway platform. We could also just run instead of being stealthy.
Well, we can't just leave a creature like that down here. The size of our power.
And how many
should be
fireballs do you have
almost
left? Ah.
Like I said before, my power is near limitless.
Somehow I doubt that, but okay.
Well, mine isn't.
I don't know.
And what do you think?
Ban smash.
Ban. If you want to take the time, we could kill it.
It's another vote for fight.
Or we could do something useful.
Well, I could sneak around and get past it just
Useful.
fine, but the rest of you would probably ruin that. So.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the soul scavenger how to scout to see how far it is from us and if it's still heading away.
All right. Let me think of something. Yeah. All right. He will sweep around, come back, and say, 1.5 of these platforms slowly moving away.
Okay. So that would be, it is 20 meters, that makes it is 30 meters away in this direction, and it's moving away, but slowly. So I suggest we keep going in the opposite direction discreetly.
Fine.
I'll have the skull scavenger just keep an eye on it for 5 minutes to see if it reacts to us and to warn us if it comes charging.
Okay. Now you're going to go...
We can come back for it later.
Yeah.
You're going to go in this tunnel to Lab 03 and launch site 2?
It seems like as good a place to head as any. Ban is in the back, Ban is covering our asses.
Okay. Van will be right here. Everybody make a stealth check.
No!
Yay!
No!
Everybody's gotta be stealthy.
Yeah, I knew you guys would ruin it for me.
I'm spending 2 fatigues.
2 fatigues on stealth.
Yes.
You're crouching as low as your old knees can handle.
I spend nothing.
Where the heck is his stealth?
Actually, since we're all trying to be stealthy, Gabriel and Idarid are going to be are going to disappear into my body.
Okay, good idea. Oh, whoa. Oh,
Nice.
man.
Ban? Is that ban?
That's bad, but that's a little higher because he has an all-action penalty from before that he doesn't anymore.
He can spend 5 fatigue points on this if he wants to.
He's
And
too brave.
I can recharge it for him.
Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Thankfully, this thing is a fair distance away. Ban gets to about here before, and you guys can easily get moving. You guys, I'm sorry if that's. Oh, that's okay. You guys get to about here.
Yeah, okay.
And Ban to about here before the scavenger like whisks back to you and says it changed directions. Whisks back out to look at it, and you guys are by the end of the tunnel and going by the time you hear the thing like scraping over the wall. So you will manage
It's definitely
to
coming after us.
It doesn't. You would hear it if it was charging. It's definitely pretty big. However, you will be able to move around a curve and get out of its vision. So while it is definitely in the path behind you, it doesn't seem to be actively chasing after you. It just seems to be looking around.
I say we
Maybe it
start.
smells us.
I say we start charging up those fire crystals.
Also, this is the thing. You can glimpse it as you go around the corner.
How structurally sound does this tunnel seem?
More structurally sound than most of the buildings in the city.
Yeah.
I broke one of those.
You did, but more structurally sound than that.
Also, undead perception is not based on senses. Normally, it's they have extra sensorial perception. That's what the research was that we saw in the other room was about.
Yes.
It's not based on smell. It's based on they can sense things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you didn't show it to us. We didn't see it.
Oh, are you not still on the map? It should be all the way at the back of the tunnel.
Oh yeah. I see it now. Yep, it's a type 5. Can I roll occult to know about it? I think it's one of the Necronomicon designs.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not linked to religion in any way.
No. But still pretty darn good. This is kind of new to you, but it immediately brings back memories or of looking through the passages for certain creatures, very much like it. Though the ones you read about, they had 3 heads and they didn't have that woven armor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know about the type 4s, not the type 5s.
These are type 12s, and the old ones were type 11s.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but you know about like the type 11, so these things seem to be a much more advanced version of that, and also just a little bit smaller.
So I'm going to relay the information, and is my check sufficient to check sufficient to know that it's that it has a weakness? I think it looks like its head is bone, just and not protected by armor, just like the other ones, right?
I believe so. Let me make sure of that. Reinforced armor does not cover the head. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna relay the information that just like the others, its head seems to be weak point. And ooh,
Yes. You can easily like sneak around, and if you start to hustle now, you will be able to escape its view.
okay. Omen,
What?
could you? Oh shit. Is there any spell that you could do that you could throw that would become visible on the other side that would attract its attention? That would bring it to the other platform.
Could maybe send something to distract it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I'm going to I don't know that this isn't gonna work. So she's gonna cast like Shadow of Fear on the area behind it.
All right. Can you explain to me what exactly that does? Doesn't it make the area spooky?
Yeah, it just makes it spooky. Which, like, considering it depends on the creature observing it, probably won't do anything. But Omen doesn't know that, so
Yeah.
It sees glorious life, so much beauty, plants and people and babies, and they're all laughing. And I'm going to make a PSR to see if it gets mad.
Oh, fine.
Horrified.
It's an undead. It has psychological immunity.
Actually, the hunters have that primal rage thing.
Ooh.
I'm just going to let this try to provoke that primal rage.
Nice.
It doesn't have not a huge chance, but it might work. Hold on a minute. Okay, yes, so it looks around, and you can see its head actually like twitch a little bit. The metal of the bone sort of like clacking against the bone of its skull, clacking against the metal of its armor. But after just a few seconds of looking at it, it like slowly returns its eyes to the. There you go.
Is it
does not
heading
seem to
away from
comprehend
us or towards us?
It is not running towards you, but it is walking in your direction.
I say we run.
So we can just outrun it, yeah.
Let's run.
All right. What is your lowest movement speed?
I'm -10.
Oh, gee, yeah, I forget. Everyone's
Oh,
super
dear.
fast.
Yeah, all of us are quick.
Your minimum's 10. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Wait,
the
no,
lowest-
I didn't min max. I just made very high rolls
I know.
to my physical traits. That's why I declared that I was like almost 60, so that I would have the age penalties in a month.
Yes. All right. So, yep. Remarkably, Genus is the slowest, but she has used necessary energy. So, Genus, if you want to roll an athleticism check, then we will see how fast you guys beat it out of here.
You want to roll that or?
Is she with us?
Oh.
No.
You can spend fatigue, and I can recover it for you.
Yeah, that's really good. You can actually get a bonus to your movement action if you roll it high enough.
Okay. Okay, I think my fatigue is fine. I know I spent the 2 earlier to stealth, but I guess I probably recovered it. I don't know.
Not yet. But I'll recharge it for you once Gabriel is like physical again.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We're running away from it
Why?
because it's big and scary.
I voted to fight, and then no one else did.
Zemnis voted to fight it or go. Do something, B.
Well, how fast is it moving now, and can it see us? And did it see us?
Well, it didn't.
Only walking.
It sensed you. It sensed that there was something there. It's sort of like walking, sniffing around, and then as soon as you start to run, unless you want a stealth run, which is -80 and pretty much not going to work, it will probably give chase.
Okay, in that case, I
damn
turn
it.
around and well, is there any light in this tunnel?
There is. You can see those little like yellow balls. Those are actually they don't Lampyridate light is white, but That's just where the light is above you.
Wait, didn't we find a fire crystal earlier?
You did.
It's not
What
a
is it?
lighting thing. It's like a grenade, basically.
Gimme.
No, it's mine.
It needs to be charged with fire magic.
Okay, then, Omen, you want to do something really reckless?
Always, yeah.
Okay, in that case, all right. In that case, let's you and me charge it. Yeah, and get that fire grenade ready.
Well, hang on, I don't need to.
You don't need to.
We're running.
What?
I want to kill it 1 minute. Next minute, you're saying to run. Now we want to kill it again.
I wasn't. Hey, he said run. I don't know.
Is it charging at us as soon as we start running?
Yes.
I'm going to say that you are going to get a full movement action away from it, and then it will start running, and it will be a difference between your movement values to see if it catches or loses you.
Hey, old man. Do you think you can outrun me?
Weirdly.
Weirdly enough, I'm actually good at running fast.
Either way, I want to take that fire grenade and like get in close and then stuff it into its kind of like a job.
It's not charged yet.
And whose fault is that for not having it charged already?
Look, if you want me to blast it with fire, I'll blast it with fire. But I'm keeping hold of this.
Fine.
way.
I turn around and I pull out my dagger to use the sun.
I stop and get Sidarid and Gabriel out of my body and ready to fight.
Okay, so you're not running at all. You're just gonna turn around and get ready to face it.
Might
If
as
you do
well.
get a full turn first, then I'm gonna bring Farron out and have her. Gonna do a pose and have her transform behind.
I made this bird for you.
Thank
You
you.
want the bird? But
Okay.
this bird is just gonna. Be
I can't
like,
move it. But that's fine because I don't control it.
Yeah, I was gonna say this bird is just sort of like, hey, here it is. Tell it where to go, and we'll show you where the bird is. I assume it's in your ring right now, though. So.
Do I still have that tempt to attack?
Oh, hold on. I hand the silver ring to Ginnis.
Okay.
I'm giving you the bird.
What bird?
No, I'm sorry.
Bird.
I put the silver ring back on. That was just a joke.
The bird perches on Genus's shoulder. Oh, boy.
No, don't do that. Get back in your ring. Get back in your ring.
I look at the bird and I reach up and I pet it. Fine, now, bitch.
You cannot perceive the bird.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
The
it
bird
perches
is
on your
invisible.
if it perches on your shoulder, you can perceive it when it kills someone, or when you kill someone, or when it goes off of your shoulder to feed.
Well, it's mine now. Either way, I pull out the dagger to make an attack roll on the thing with the fire.
All right.
Should we roll initiative?
If you would like to, yes, you may now roll initiative. Now, obviously, this tunnel goes on for a certain way. So if you guys want to do
Yeah.
any maneuvering,
Yeah,
I
so
will.
yeah. So, my attempts to my attack and my initiative are gone, right?
Is the initiative still on? I think that was turn by turn, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. And I only got I'm not going to be full attacking, so I don't get that temp to my attack. So all right.
You still have the shield, if you want to keep full attacking.
Okay.
And also, you
Yeah,
still
then-
have the bonus to your initiative. It's still there.
So plus 40. Trying to think. So 169. Or yeah, whatever.
Oh boy, lots of good rolls today. Is Farron? Oh, let me give you Farron. Is Farron in soul form or regular Farron? Well, it doesn't.
Soul
matter.
form. I said.
And you. Oh, it is controlled by you, isn't it? Can't you control Farron? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Soul form Farron.
It's
All
going to be
right.
behind me.
Yes.
I'm doing a sick pose.
Sick pose. Did you roll your style?
Didn't.
So 195. Jural Omen is a 226, or no, that's Farron's 226. Omen is 126. Uh, well, I'm pretty sure Farron's going first.
Yep.
What was Genus's?
That 129 plus 40, so 169.
All right. 169. I haven't taken away this thing since the Battle of Slayer. Slayer's gone. All hail your new enemy.
Oh, here new enemy, big skeleton robot.
Skeleton Robot Zombie Bull. Oh, wow. They're fast. All
Oh.
right.
Let's hope we can surprise it.
If I wanted
Well,
to spread,
I think we do.
Now,
if I wanted to surprise it, I'd just stealth it and go for a backstab.
Yeah.
For more damage.
Yeah,
Now,
which we should definitely do since there's only one enemy.
there are also it's a damage resistant creature, so it would not take those negatives, fortunately. However, it is also true that while these are your initiatives, your turn can be spent doing something else. So for Omen, striking a pose, summoning Farron, Farron turning into soul form, Zemnis is just going to move up to the front, and he's going to just casually look back and say, "You can't heal me, can you?" Okay.
I'm off to the side. I'm off to the side here, and I'm holding my.
I could
got
if
both
you'd
my-
asked earlier.
I
Sorry,
got both my daggers out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Got both my daggers out, and I'm using the sun dagger to like fry its head.
If you want, since that is a ranged attack, you can make that in this before combat turn. That'll just be the initiating attack.
Yeah, I'm the one initiating. So.
Okay, make the attack. Did you want to make any potential rolls or any psychic powers?
What?
Jural.
Oh, me?
Did Jural want to use any psychic powers in this advanced turn you get?
Yes, I'm going to heal the fatigue from Genus.
Okay, so I'm up to 5.
Hold on 1 second.
You should be up to 15.
Oh, okay. Then I go from -2 temp to a 10 temp.
Okay, so that's 180. That's that boosts it to 240. 240 is you recover 4 points of fatigue.
Okay. In that case, I
You're
have
at
2 extra.
15.
I don't know. It doesn't want to change.
That's all right. 15 is still good, is what you want.
Well,
And
no.
in
I
that-
mean, it's like I had 5. I went down to 2. I used 2, and then now I got 2 back plus 2.
But you have that 10 additional to your total, right?
Oh, I still have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a permanent bonus to your pool. You have an extra 10 to the amount that you can have in total. So you have like a plus. You have 15 in total.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
15
how
is
many
your
fatigue
max.
points can I use
5.
in this case?
5, yes.
Going all out with 5. And any modifiers?
Nope.
We're going to enrage it immediately.
Woo.
Aim for the head.
You want to aim for the head? Actually, this is technically a spell effect, which can't be aimed unless you have precision.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
still invisible
Yeah.
fire,
Mm-hmm.
of which that is 190% damage. And that is the initiator.
Yeah.
All right, and next, the first person will be Farron to go.
It will be okay. So kind of transform, and both of its wings are going to extend, and Omen is going to call out left wing, pandemonium.
Also, it's very bright in here. There's fire, like that effect of fire just rippling along the walls.
Nice.
That's a 228 to attack.
228, and this is a fire-based attack.
Is
All right, in that case,
But reduces armor type by 5.
Oh, that is very good. In that case, reduce it by 20 or 40, so that is 180% damage of whatever that is. Isn't that 100 base damage?
Yeah.
All right. Kapow. Roll.
And it does
What?
critical at plus 30.
Okay. Did you aim it? No, you couldn't. You can aim this at its head, though, can't you?
It's a spell.
It's a range.
Oh!
Is it a spell?
No,
Natural attack.
it's a natural attack. You can aim it.
Yeah.
It's a negative.
Is there advantage to doing that if it's an automatic critical?
If it's not going to get a critical, there's no advantage other than you might forego some of its armor.
Yes.
But
So
it reduces that anyway, so there's no point.
So there's no point here.
Yeah.
you may have reduced more armor, but it's negative 60, and that would mean that it would have to reduce its armor by at least 6 to make that beneficial. All right. So that's 100 and what? 180 base damage? Okay, so 180 damage. Well, 100 not base, but 180 damage.
Hold on.
Will 1d100 plus 18?
18?
Yes. Damage resistant creatures reduce it by a ton.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh, wait, but plus 30, so 75. However, unfortunately, it is also very resistant to criticals. All right.
Okay, let me just... in the right wing as well, since that has independent attacks for both.
Oh. Do you have additional attacks or just independent?
I'm almost certain I did pick
Okay.
additional attacks, but like...
That's fine. I didn't know if it was for sure.
Okay. There's a negative to this one, I think. Like a minus something. Well, I added that to the calculations, so it should be fine.
Pow! And does this reduce the armor at all?
This is just this is a different one, which is a PHR, I think. Is it? And that reminds me actually. There's like 100 DP for the soul form, which never really used.
Yes, because that was me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a bad GM. I will get that done as soon
No,
as.
no, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll say physical resistance then, just to like pick one. Against fear, against degree of failure.
Now these things do have psychological immunity, so it cannot be afraid.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then. It's just that attack then.
Does it? What's the base damage?
For this.
90. All right, so that is 81 more damage.
Okay.
So immediately as you guys just turn to look down the hallway of this thing, Omen strikes a pose. Genus whips out her dagger, which immediately... Wait a minute, there's no sunlight down here. You can't make that attack when there's no sunlight.
Okay, maybe Farron's really bright.
Baron's super bright. That would mean I have to... No, you did that thing.
Yeah, like the two feathers like zip off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not striking the chest, I guess.
There's this tremendous font of fire and energy and rocks that just goes flying down this tunnel directly into the monster's face, and you can see metal melting around it. It like actually like stumbles back, hunkering its head forward, trying to get into like a position to resist. And now it will be Gabriel's turn if Gabriel wants to do anything.
Yep, I am. Ooh, that is
Finally,
not good.
No.
Okay, can you tell me what happens in because I rolled a 2?
We roll 1d100 to see the potential of your failure.
No.
Actually, I think yes, roll 1d100 to see how much you fail by.
29.
29, not bad. How many fatigue points do you lose, technically?
Okay, so this is 103, right?
Yes.
Wrong page. 103. Psychic. 103. Which boosts it to 120. Because yeah, so I lose 4 points of fatigue.
All right, 4 points of fatigue.
Oof.
Yes. That is well. If you have any psychic points, it drains psychic points.
I don't have
to
any
be honest.
psychic points. I never. I hate having psychic points to spend. So I am. So I lose 4, which means I'm at 5 points of fatigue, which means I don't take any penalties yet. But I believe you also gave me psychic consumption and psychic exhaustion.
Yes. So that would be.
So that doubles it.
Fatigue.
Okay.
And 20 points of damage.
Oh joy.
Thankfully, your fatigue didn't drop below 0, so you don't get the serious consequences.
So happy right now.
Hey, you can restore fatigue when you're not so tired that you can't manifest potential.
You can't restore fatigue to psychic fatigue.
Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
That's a big old.
That's the thing about like. But otherwise, it would be overpowered if psychics could just be like, "Yeah, I'm restoring my own psychic fatigue. It's fine."
It would be kind of.
Yeah. But basically, I try to you see Gabriel trying to concentrate, and like she screams, and you can see that beneath her mask there's like blood dripping from the place that must be like her nose, eyes, and ears, and she's like swaying a little bit. But that's it for my turn.
All right, Genus, you have cast your blade. Your blade is now hot to the touch. You have to put it in your wrapping that you have prepared for it. Now what are you gonna do?
Genus, you might be muted. I don't see.
Yeah, I was muted. So so hang on, I'm still doing this. So what's it doing? Is it running?
It's just been barraged by you guys so far. It hasn't even had a chance to charge.
Can I ready an action?
You can. You have to declare when you want to use it.
Yeah, like in Pathfinder. So basically, when it gets to about like here or close enough within my strike range, I'm basically just gonna run forward and stab it in the head.
Okay, with your moon dagger.
Yep, because the other dagger's hot.
All right. You have that ready to action. Next, I believe, will be its turn. Unfortunately, it has been suffered an automatic critical. The critical damage it suffered wasn't over 50, so it's still okay, right?
It's a damage resistant creature.
Yes.
Yeah. It does not lose any actions if it didn't take damage over 50.
All right. In that case,
this is gonna hurt.
One moment.
Already coming.
Sorry, I wanted to read through this just to make sure I know how it works.
I don't think it's. I think it's like an unstoppable charge.
Well, the thing is I don't know if he has to make a usual charge maneuver first.
Which would give it a plus 20 to his attack.
Yes, but it would also mean he couldn't do it this turn. It does not seem to indicate that it makes a charge maneuver. It just does the thing.
That seems about right, yeah.
Okay. It could probably combine another charge with that, but in that case, this is a special attack that is not necessarily tied exclusively to that charge. So, everybody.
All of us?
Who are the two? Genus and Gabriel actually are going to be free from this. Everybody else is going to get hit. Genus, you will be able to attack it after it hits ban.
Okay.
Kill it after it hits his ban.
Well, now, if knowing ban, there's a chance he could do something here.
Yeah, he might be able to block it and counter attack.
Oh, that's its attack.
Okay, that's a
It's up
pretty
to-
low roll.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yes.
All right, so ban can counterattack, but there's one thing ban also has to do. Is to beat this. Actually, I hate to be like. I feel like I'm metagaming against myself, but ban can spend 5 fatigue points.
Yes.
I'm going to have him spend it on the strength check required to halt it.
Hey.
That is so nice of you.
Well, I mean, it just makes sense, and I think that'd be something really cool for Van to have done.
Yeah.
I wish Robin were here to do that. It would be
Yeah.
cool as heck.
So like it grabs it by the horn and it's like, stop.
Yes. This thing
Okay.
comes tearing down 1,000 pounds or more of muscle and metal. You can hear its like hooves scraping, its horns are on fire. It looks like this demon straight out of the pits of hell. And Ban steps in front of it, not only doesn't take any damage, but you guys get this wave of heat and just like pressure as he manages to halt it in its place. Like his feet sort of skid back just a little bit, but it actually finds itself like held there by him. And then it gets to make a counterattack.
Could I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Could I just want to suggest that the charge pushed Ban back far, like that the creature pushed the Ban far back enough that he'd be like within range of an attack for Genus. And it
Oh,
also
yeah.
it would make sense with like the strength check to stop it.
Yeah. Well, Genus, you can attack it as your thing was that you wanted to like hit it with an area as soon as it had hit Ban, right?
Yeah, when it came close enough that I could just jump on it and start stabbing it in the head.
All right. After this counterattack, you will be free to do that passively, and that'll be fine. Let me get Ban's attack. That'll be something cool to tell him that he did today.
Yeah.
He has a better attack than his defense.
He also gets a bonus for his counterattack. Yeah.
Yes, just a little bonus, and that is not with a minus 30 aimed at the head, which brings it down to 30, 100% damage. He deals 100 damage punch to its face,
Nice.
or 50 damage punch to its face. And it is now Genus. You may make your attack.
Okay, so what do I got to do to jump on it and start stabbing it?
Generally, there is no specific advantage to doing so, but if you want to, I will allow you to make a jump or climb check to get on it.
I'm gonna do an acrobatics check to jump on top of its head and start stabbing it.
Well, acrobatics is what you will need to use to stay on it. You will need to either jump or climb to get to the height of being on it.
Well, both my jump and climb suck, so... By the way, my fatigue hasn't been... Was my fatigue restored?
Not yet. No, I fucked up and started bleeding.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
My brain is melting because I have been restoring so much fatigue.
Alright, well, I'll use the other 5 fatigue to make sure I get on top of it, so... Do I have any modifiers?
I will actually say that your jump check, your jump isn't that bad, and because of your high base agility, which heavily affects jump, as long as you don't fumble your jump, you should generally make it with just a jump check.
Alright, then I'll just do a jump and save my other 5 fatigue.
Okay. Yeah. It's sort of an interesting concept in this game, or mechanic in this game.
So there's no modifiers to my jump, right?
Nope, no modifiers to jump. You are using jump within the defined... Oh, very good. You
Decent
actually...
jump.
Yes, you can jump. For the record, if you wanted to, you can jump. I think it's 3... Yeah. You can jump 3.2 meters straight upwards, which is coincidentally just about the 10 feet tall that this thing is.
Cool. I do that.
All right. Now, you are on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I will ask you to make an acrobatics check after this turn. But for this turn, please take
Stab
a
it.
negative. Yes, stab it. Please take a negative 25 for an action, but plus 20 for being at an advantageous position. So just a negative 5 right now.
To my attack.
Yes.
Okay. Not gonna use any fatigue yet. Well, I'll use 2 fatigue.
2 fatigue.
You can still
Yep.
go full attack and get a plus 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'm keeping the full attack thing. So
Nice.
Cool.
modifiers -5. So let's see.
237.
I feel like I'm being helpful as a support.
I think you're being helpful as a support. The fatigue is crazy.
Yeah.
140% damage, by the way, of 30. So it is 42 damage to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah. You need me to make an acrobatics, right?
I will need you to make an acrobatics on its turn when it tries to shake you off.
Yep.
Okay. Iterid next.
Iterid has no mana, so Iterid is going to yell at Omen. I can heal Ban whenever you give me some Xeon back, and that's going to be it for my turn. And Jorol is going to start chanting his usual rolling across the world chant.
Okay, Omen, you have 2 turns. Go.
What? 2 turns?
I don't know which one of these is the real turn, but you're going now either way.
Farron or Omen?
Omen.
Omen. Okay. I don't know. It's a Xeon to do this twice. Create fire for Thingy's face.
All right, just a little bit of fire. All right,
One
make
intensity.
make an attack roll. Projection roll. Oh, that's actually pretty good though. Let's see. You managed to deal 1 damage.
Yay!
Yay! 1 damage.
You brought this total damage to a nice number. Hello. Oh, I thought somebody said hello to me. So yes, there you go. 1 point of fire damage. Next will be Iterid. Didn't Iterid already go?
Yeah.
These are additional turns.
Yeah, we don't see it. It's only you who sees it.
Good.
Because they stay from one page to the other, but but they become invisible for us.
All right. In that case, Jorol is next.
Jorol does his usual incantation, and new initiative for everyone.
Yep, new initiative.
All right. I'm so glad I didn't have to defend against that attack.
So
am
plus
sort
40,
of-
174.
Plus 40, 174. Okay.
That was.
Oh yeah. Oh, Omen got 160. Great. Everybody here is on the ball. Things now. Actually, is that no Farron? I need Farron. What's Farron's?
5.
Okay. Farron gets a good old 85. Descending. Genus, you're first.
Much please. No. Fucking.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna stab it in the head. Oh yeah, and you forgot the acrobats check.
No, it's on its turn. Its turn didn't come around. Its turn was before your turn, and then you rolled higher, so you get two turns before it goes.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep stabbing it in the head.
All right, take a plus 20, just a flat plus 20 to your attack on top of the plus 30, and any fatigue you want to spend.
I only got 3 of the bonus left, so I'm just gonna save it for something else.
Okay.
So no fatigue and plus 20, right?
Yes, plus 20 additional.
Yeah.
All right, that's 110. That's 130% damage, which is 39.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good for you?
Yeah.
All right, Omen next. Tiny
So,
fire.
like,
Tiny
are
fire.
we like cracking its skull open slowly but surely, or is it like is its skull like really hard?
The skull is really stinking hard. It's
Okay.
not near as hard as the rest of its metal body. Like all of the fire, all of the impacts that you had thrown at it, like it turned it completely black, and you can see like, bits of it chipping. But it is actually at the moment still whole.
Okay.
My tiny fires are melting its skull.
Tiny fires. That's another 1 damage.
Yeah.
You keep bringing it back up to multiples of 5, which is nice. All right. A little fire just appears in its eye and is immediately snuffed out. Ban's turn. Ban is going to
Mustang.
2 fists. What?
Nothing. Sorry.
2 fists away. And he has the fatigue to make the second one fatigue. Boom. He reduces armor by 3, I believe. So 60. Oh, never mind. This is in the head, which actually works out the same way. Wow, this is really nice. All right. He shoves the horns away from him, like actually causing the thing to like reel back a little bit, and then 2 really quick jabs to its jaw. Each one you hear it crack, and you're not really sure if it's the monster's knuckles or his. But either way, this thing seems dizzied by each one.
Nice.
All right. The next it will be it. It is going to make 2 attacks, and also try to get Genus off of it. Genus, please roll an acrobatics check.
Okie dokie. Uh-huh. Wait, what? Oh, no, that wasn't me. Never mind.
Yes.
Do I get any modifiers?
You get no modifiers.
Okay, and I'm not spending any fatigue, so let's see what happens. Ooh.
That wasn't so good. This thing reels back on its hind legs and like twists its whole body, throwing you off. I'll need 1 more acrobatics to see how if you land safely.
Okay. Okay, and I'm going to use 2 fatigue for that.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All
much
right.
better.
You are fine. Yep. That 2 fatigue. Oh, yeah, that actually saved you from going into below difficult. So that is good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next of us next it will attack Zemnis. Who does not defend near as well as he has before. Unfortunately. He takes 40% damage of 80. Oh. This thing swings its head back around as it comes down from throwing Genus off, and Zemnis raises up both arms, like one fortifying the other to brace himself, and it strikes him. You see his entire body sort of twist in that direction and slide off into this wall. He is at -7 hit points, however.
It's okay, he's unkillable.
He is unkillable. Despite that, he shoves himself off of the wall and like runs right back to where he was, ready with his fists again at -7 hit points. It'll be Idrid's turn.
Idrid has no mana, so it's Jorul's turn, and Jorul is still doing his incantation, and that's it.
All right. Jorul, Farron. What is Farron gonna do this turn?
Here we go. 1-2 again. This time in the other order.
Okay.
Fucking 194.
194, and that's that's not the one that pierces armor, and it's the one that has 90 damage.
That's just the normal attack, yeah.
Okay.
90 damage.
That has a full 90 damage. Another jet of flame shoots right over Zemnis's head and into the thing, and you actually see this one, part of its armor on the back sort of cuts loose. A bunch of wires snap and sort of flail around, making it look very much like a skinless ox just filled with metal parasites as they sort of lash out. That has taken a little bit of its armor off. It seems to be pretty well damaged.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. I point towards that same area and back again with the other wing.
110 damage.
Okay.
That again, this one like neatly clips a horn halfway down and draws another long line along the side of the monster's body.
Good call.
Go one. Oh, thank you. You did the dividey thing. Unfortunately, bad rolls with the criticals.
Yeah.
It is very strong, or it wants to
It's
be.
very not hurt. Or,
Yes,
well, not hurt, but
Gabriel. Unless, are you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply. Are you done with the?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
So I checked, and it turns out my penalty of fatigue is an all-action penalty. So I'm at minus 80 with Gabriel to try to heal fatigue, which means that if I try and fail again, I could die. So I am sorry, everyone. There's no more. No, the fatigue machine is broken for now. We're gonna have to wait 8 hours before it's 4 hours before it's back on.
4 hours at rest.
So yeah, that's the big problem with using fatigue like this. With using the psychic powers is that when like you can keep going with without spending any Xeon or mana, but if you fuck up your potential roll once, you're done for a while. So that's it for me.
Yeah.
All right, it'll be initiative one more time. And something about this new barrage of attacks.
Ooh, actually, there is one thing I could do. Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
Yes.
If I have a minus 80, that would bring my potential to just 40. Is there any psychic power that I have that I could activate with 40? No, I don't think so. Actually, it's not. It would be too risky. Never mind.
Never mind.
So yeah, actually, the only person who's going to roll initiative is Jorol.
All right. Do you want them to retreat into him?
Well,
Well, I think Iterid needs to be out so she can. Well, she can see through his eyes to defend with a
Yeah.
shield. Yeah.
I'm really glad that you're countering it like this. So cool. Yeah. Jorol is. They're both going to like retreat.
Yes. By the way, there's one more. Well, I'll tell you about that later. Oh boy,
Oh,
Omen's going fast.
Gotta go fast.
gotta go fast.
Oh my god.
Gonna do 1 damage again.
228.
Also, I have to leave in 2 minutes.
Okay. I figured this was going to be the last turn it was alive. It is severely damaged.
Oh, initiative roll?
Yeah, initiative roll.
Yeah.
Do you want to cut?
175.
Do you want to cut it mid-fight again?
I mean, it's that or I miss work. So
Yeah. Yes. So let's not do that. Or I'm sorry for cutting the middle of the fight again. Tell me when you're getting ready to cancel the stream. I'm going to make sure everybody's initiatives are ready at least.
Okay.
All right. The turn order for next time will go the monster who open rolled, Omen,
God damn it.
Gina,
Oh,
Zemnis, Farron, who the monster surprised. Either
Oh.
and then Jorl.
Oh.
Okay. Can we do we get experience points now or later?
I will get you as usual. I'll post them in the Discord.
All right. I'm adding the ones that I got last time now.
Good. Maybe I should I might make another channel for that and just have that be where I post all the XP so we don't forget, because I know it's super easy to do that.
Cool.
In worst case scenario, it's since you posted with the names, all I have to do is do the search, go in the search bar and search the name of my character, and it shows me every time that you boosted my experience.
Thank you.
So
I
it's
did
easy.
hope that would work.
So, all right. That was a great game. Have a good day, everybody.
I hope you guys have a good day. Have fun. Have a good day at work.
Yeah, I hope I will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.